Judge, I'm going to move to continue this case. I think it's the first time for me. I've got.
Is there a number on it, Mr. Williams? I'm just trying to catch up since you're towards the back.
Oh, sorry, Judge. I have not.
The case number?
Numbers in there.
Say again? Page 29.
Any rate, I'm going to
here it
move
is,
to
Ecuador.
continue it. I've given a first round depo list to the secretary.
Any objections from the state?
No objection, Your Honor.
That's going to be 6/23, June 23rd at 1 o'clock. Make sure you stay in touch with your attorney and be back on that date.
Sure.
Thank you, Judge. Bernard Alexander. Judge, we didn't get discovery on this until the 21st. I'm still looking for body cam, so I'm going to move to continue it.
So like the first time up. All right, June 23rd at 1 o'clock. Make sure discovery is completed by then as far as paperwork at least and videos. All right, we'll see you back on June 23rd at 1 o'clock. Mr. Alexander, stay in touch with Mr. Williams.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you, Judge. Regina Alford. Judge, we have contacted an expert in this case, an appointment scheduled for May 6th, if we can continue the matter.
This was one of my concerns I put on my docket as well. So any objections to that, Mr. Sheik?
No objections, Your Honor.
All right, June 23rd at 1 o'clock. We'll see you back on that date. Ms. Alford, just
Yes,
make
sir.
sure they've got an appointment for you on, you
I
said that was-
done, I called them. I got them. It's May the 6th.
Okay, you know where to be and
Yep.
everything? Okay, let's get this one going.
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll see you back on June 23rd, 1 o'clock.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Judge. Delmarcus Barkley.
We have Barkley. We have people in the hall. I know. Oh, we just recalled. If you can keep a good list, Mr. Williams, I'll try to do the same, but
That'll be fine, Judge. Deshanti Booker.
he's coming up.
Judge, I have spoken with Mr. Booker. We're getting depositions done in that case. So I'm going to move to continue it.
It used to be the back half of the alphabet, the back portion of the alphabet, right, Mr. Williams? So all these cases are pretty much new to you, right?
Oh, yes, sir. They're new to me. There's a short few that I had in stasis when Tim left. And
I thought so. I just wanted to make sure because this case is getting a little bit older, but obviously, Mr. Williams, you're new to it. All right, so let's put that on 6/23 at 1 o'clock. Set depots.
thank you, Judge.
All right. Mr. Booker, stay in touch with Mr. Williams. He's your attorney now. And make sure you appear on that next court date, June 23rd, 1 o'clock.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Anthony Scott Brown. Judge, this is an older case, but it's another one that's new to me. He has come in and met with me. I've sent a depo list over to the secretary. I know we're waiting to get dates on some of these. I think most of them we have dates on now. I just haven't updated my list.
Okay.
So I'm going to move to continue it for that depo.
Objection from the state?
No objection, Your Honor.
Okay. Now, we talked about last time, this might be a last continuance, so let's get moving on that as well. I know it's new
Yes,
to you,
sir.
Mr. Williams, but the case is almost a year old now.
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll see you back on June 23rd, Mr. Brown.
Okay, thank you.
Isaac Calbo. Judge, Mr. Calbo reminded me that he spoke with me back in early April, although my notes didn't reflect it. I've talked with the state about it, and it's a serious case. I need to spend a little more time with him, explaining to him what the evidence is. So if we can continue this one more time.
All right, again, this one's over a year old. So
Yes, sir.
we
It
need to
doesn't
move
look
on.
like anything much had been done on it, but after I got through going through it, it may be that there's not a lot that can be
Oh,
done.
I don't have any question that things weren't being done before, Mr.
Yes,
Williams.
sir.
But they need to be done now.
Yes, sir.
And so let's try to make some priorities here with some of these cases,
Yes, sir.
especially the ones that are a year old already. All right, well, we can see you back on June 23rd at 1 o'clock.
James Cardell.
James Cardell.
James Harlan Cardell.
Let's just get back. It sounds like there's a lot of people outside still, so I don't want to keep
Yes,
against anybody just because they're out in the hallway.
Peggy Casper.
Peggy Casper.
She has met with me. I did try to reach her end of last week and left a message.
There you go, Judge.
Ms. Casper.
Oh, there she is.
Ms. Casper, when we finish up today, would you wait around so I can talk
Absolutely.
with you for just a minute?
Yes, sir.
Judge, we may be able to get this resolved if we can leave it on for docket day without subpoenas.
Any issue from the state?
No,
It means that you'll come to court again next week, all right? And you and I will talk between now and then.
Yes, sir.
All right, Ms. Casper, we're going to see you back on Monday at 9 o'clock. That's May 5th.
Yes, sir.
Stay in touch with Mr. Williams.
All right. Jerry Klecker, or Jerry Klecker Jr. Judge, I'll move on. George Hastings Davis.
I'm not seeing that.
Judge, I reached out to the state. We still don't have an offer on this.
Your Honor, it's going to, it says DOC with sex offender designation. I can give you specifics.
In that case, Judge, let me continue it.
I will get that to you formally, sir.
Thank you very much.
All right, Mr. Davis, June 23rd at 1 o'clock. Stay in touch with Mr. Williams. Sounds like there's a plea offer he needs to talk to you about.
Okay, thank you.
See you back on June 23rd at 1 o'clock.
Sebastian Fletcher Gillette. Judge, this one I'd also like to pass until docket day without subpoenas.
that, well, Mr. When you say without subpoenas, you wouldn't be ready for trial?
Right. I'm
Plea or continue.
Okay.
just trying to keep, it's an older case, it's one of Tim's, I'm trying to get it resolved.
Yeah, okay.
Is there a plea offer in the case?
I can check. There is a plea offer, I just don't know, I can check it here, hold on.
When I had spoken to the predecessor attorney, it was a DOC offer. I asked her to get in touch with the victim, see if maybe the need for restitution outweighed the need for a prison sentence.
Okay.
That prosecutor's now changed, and Ms. Leone's advised me that she believes the restitution to be low and that that's not an issue. So I need to speak with Mr. Fletcher about
The
that.
prosecution never changed, it's always been my case, and the offer made in discovery was for, from the beginning, 34 months DOC.
I
Always
thought
been
it
that.
was, that I'd spoken with somebody about it. That's what my notes from back before the last docket were. But I'll talk with Mr. Fletcher, and we'll either set it or we'll enter a plea to it.
Well,
You said
said it,
that's what I think she's trying to make sure, and I'm certainly trying to make sure. Are you talking about plea trial? then?
Without talking to him, I just want to say plea or continue.
Okay. That means it wouldn't be set for trial until July if it's going to be a trial.
Yes, sir.
You okay with that, Mr. Fletcher? Okay. All right. Let's keep it on for May 5th then. Let's see if y'all can get May 5th, 9 o'clock, plea or continue.
Next Monday.
Next Monday.
Jacob Gabani.
All right. Turn it off. Whoever's it is, just let's turn it off. Otherwise, it's very distracting.
Judge, we got discovery on this 421. I'm going to move to continue it. Mr. Gabani, write your phone number right there, sir.
It's like a brand new case. Any objection from the state?
Oh, no objection, Your Honor.
June 23rd, 1 o'clock, Mr. Gabani. Stay in touch with Mr. Williams and be back on that date.
Yes, sir.
You call and make an appointment to come see me.
Yes, sir.
Cody Lee Hinesley. Judge, I want to say Thursday or Friday, a notice or opinion letter went out indicating that Mr. Hinesley's now competent. So,
Now competent?
yes, sir. So I think we need to schedule him for a competency hearing. I'm hoping that we can get it resolved at the time of that hearing. I know he's anxious to get it resolved. I have reached out to the state on it. We've got the beginnings of something. I may be able to solve the issue if the family can go ahead and make restitution in the case.
You want to leave it on May 5th, or are you trying to continue it? It's a very old case. I know there was a competency issue, but.
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, looking at the notes and the contact that we had with the victims in one of the cases, she or he would be fine with a probation offer, although I think he may score, but due to the fact that it's an older case and he's been, I guess, incarcerated during,
No, he was not incarcerated. He was found not to qualify for involuntary commitment, so he's been on at large through formerly Mr. Barnes and
Okay,
now Gabrielle.
if you want, let's set it for Monday. Maybe we have a resolution, we can talk about it.
All right, Judge.
All right, May 5th, 9 a.m. for you, Mr. Hinesley. Be back in a week. We'll see you at 9 o'clock.
Thank you, Judge. William Jack Hinesley. Judge, I'm going to go ahead and announce ready for trial on it. I've spoken with Mr. Hinesley about it. I don't think we're going to be able to reach an agreement here.
State going to be ready?
Yes, Your Honor.
Judge,
Why don't we do this? Why don't we leave it for trial or continuance on Monday, see where you're at, if you talk to him and find out who the witnesses are, and if that's going to be a delay. But if they
Yes,
haven't been turned over to the state, obviously, it's not going to be fair to them. So I'm not sure when they were turned over, but this case is 18 months old.
yes, sir. Most of the continuances have been by the state. There
would be
was
fine
there
with
were
that, Your
issues
Honor.
with other potential witnesses being brought forward by the victims. Ultimately, we were able to reach a determination who actually would be called and who would not.
Well, I mean, an old case is an old case. Whatever got us there, we still need to get moving on it.
Yes,
So
sir.
I'll put it for basically a trial, or consider continuing it, but I'd rather find out what it is, and if we can't get it done.
All right,
Because,
Judge.
it kind of depends on what our trial docket looks like. Obviously, we've only got a couple set this morning, but with the whole incarcerated docket on Wednesday, I'm expecting we'll get a lot more, so.
Yes, sir.
But just so y'all understand, it's my intention that we'll just get fill-in or senior judges to cover those if we need to. But these
Thank you,
cases
Your
need to move a little bit, especially when they're from 22 and 23. All right, we'll see you back on Monday. Mr. Hinesley, stay in touch. Obviously, talk to him about these witnesses.
Yes, sir.
You know, we really need to get moving on it.
Michael Hudson. Judge, we've got a plea agreement in this case. I thought we were going to be entering it last time, and then probation raised some issues. I believe that's been put to bed. Mr. Hudson will go through the normal process to try to transfer, but if he's not able to, he has someplace to live here.
There was a situation where something about some property here and
No, the community control, he said, cannot always be transferred or
I
something.
don't think it can ever be transferred, to my knowledge. All right. Mr. Hudson, can you raise your right hand? Swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
All right, can you state your full name and date of birth, please?
Michael Raymond Hudson, 8/30/77.
All right, Mr. Hudson, you're here in 24 CF 931 with one count of failure to register. It calls for the plea and sentencing agreement I've been handed calls for an adjudication of guilt, 6 months community control with GPS at $1 a day, $5.15 court costs, $50 PD application, $100 PD fee, and comply with all registration requirements.
Yes.
Is that what your understanding is?
Yes.
Okay, and you've got a place here locally where you're going to be residing?
Yes.
Okay, you can put your hand up.
Oh.
All right, did you go over this plea and sentencing agreement with your attorney?
Yes.
Did you understand it?
Yes.
Did you sign it?
Yes.
Are you satisfied with your attorney's advice and representation?
Yes.
Are you currently under the influence of any alcohol, drugs, or controlled substances?
No.
Are you currently suffering from any mental health issues?
No.
Has anyone forced, pressured, or threatened you in any way to sign this agreement?
No.
Has anyone promised you anything in return for signing the agreement?
No.
Do you understand that if you plead no contest, as indicated in this agreement, that there won't be a trial of any kind, and you'll be giving up your trial rights, which are on page 1 and going on to page 2 of the agreement?
Yes.
And do you understand that you're waiving any potential defenses that you may have?
Yes.
And do you understand that if you're not a U.S. citizen, this could lead to your deportation?
Yes.
What is your plea to the failure to register?
No contest.
And do we have guidelines? Mr. Williams?
Judge, you can have this set. Actually, it
That's
looks
the
like
state's
it's got the
agreement?
prosecutors.
Okay. All right, then I'm going to accept your, okay.
Change the date, Judge.
So this is a downward departure.
Yes, sir, that's why it's got to have the GPS and the 6-month CC.
Okay. All right, so Mr. Hudson, I'll accept your no contest plea as freely, voluntarily, knowingly given. I'm going to adjudicate you guilty, 6 months community control with GPS at $1 per day, $5.15 court costs, $50 application fee, $100 PD fee, comply with all registration requirements. This is uncoerced plea bargain. Is the reason for the downward departure. I'm going to need your fingerprints. You're going to talk to probation, and you have 30 days to appeal the judgment and sentence.
Thank you, Judge.
Oh, sorry. Court costs are actually $666, not $515. Thank you.
Based on the appointment of the public defender, we request supervision fees be waived.
They'll be waived.
Thank you, Mr. Barron. Martez Hurst. Judge, these are two cases. The primary one is a shooting case. We've done depositions of all the civilian witnesses. I've got a list out for the officers. So we've done 2 rounds of depots at this point, and we're getting ready to do the 3rd and final round.
You have those set already, Mr. Williams?
Judge, I don't know if we've gotten date back or not, but I sent them out over a week ago.
Okay. All right, state have any objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Hurst, June 23rd at 1 o'clock is going to be your next court date. Make sure you stay in touch with Mr. Williams.
Yes, sir.
Sounds like you're getting close to wrapping up your case, so we'll see you back on June 23rd.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Michael Lynn Jackson. And Mr. Huddle, I know I'm skipping you. Judge, this is the one we did the order to show cause on. One of the witnesses in the order to show cause didn't appear. We have reset that order and rescheduled depositions, but we're going to need to continue it this time to get there.
Or you need another order to show cause?
We've already sent all of that over, Judge.
I think it came in this morning or sometime in the last hour or so. I saw it. I just didn't get a chance to get to it yet.
This is the one on Morris who didn't show up for the last order to show cause, and we weren't certain he'd been served.
Your Honor, I would just like to state for the court that this witness who's not showing up for the positions was the driver or passenger of the defendant's car. I can stipulate that we won't call him for trial if we go to trial, so we don't have to delay unnecessarily
Well, it
the
sounds
case.
to me like he would be an eyewitness, and so I want to talk to him. If he's hurtful to us, I want to know it. If he's helpful to us, I want to know that too.
All right, well, let's get it done then. If the state's saying they don't need the witness, then
Yes, sir.
all they can do is give you the address and contact information they've got. And I'll sign that later today. All right, Mr. Jackson, June 23rd at 1 o'clock is your next court date. I'm not going to continue the case again regarding this witness issue, so let's get it over with.
Sir, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks, sir.
All right, thanks. William Gerald Jackson. Judge, this is another one we've been trying to either work out or get in for a landing. I don't think we're going to be able to work it out, and so I'm going to announce ready for trial.
All right,
Stays ready, Your Honor.
put it down for a trial. That's going to be Jackson. Case has been pending since September of '23.
This is one where there was an expert witness involved, Judge. When we talk more about the details of the case, the court will understand what the issue is.
Okay. All right, so we're going to be set for trial. So, Mr. Jackson, I'll need you back next Monday, May 5th. Unless there's nothing you expect you're going to need to do that day, you can send them to Friday for the jury review.
Judge, I really don't think that there is. We can go ahead and send him for jury review.
Okay.
Whatever.
Any reason why the state needs docket day next week? Or we'll just put them on the jury review date on Friday? Next Friday?
If
Yeah,
we could maybe
that's
just
fine, yeah.
excuse his appearance on Monday, and
Okay.
I'll be here and the state will be here, and
Okay. So, Mr. Jackson, you're free to be here for any court date, and you're welcome to. You have a right to be here. But if they don't expect anything's going to happen, I just didn't want to take that time out of your day if it wasn't needed, because as you can see, our docket's pretty big. So I'm going to put it on May 5th. Excuse your appearance for that, but you're certainly welcome to be here May 5th at 9 o'clock. Then you're going to have your jury review date, which is Friday at 9 o'clock. So that's what, the 9th? May 9th. And then we'll talk about a trial date, whether it's going to be May 12th or May 19th. We're just going to figure out kind of what the rest of them are, and you'll probably know that on that Friday the 9th.
thank you, Judge.
So make sure you make those court dates.
Yeah. I'm going to go back through the list. Judge, I'm just being informed Mr. Kleckler is here. Logan Killebrew. He's trying to get past you. Judge, I'm going to move to continue the case, and we've got a depot list that's gone out.
No objection, Your Honor, on this.
This is from July, so I don't expect I'll continue it again.
Yes, sir.
Sir, I have a court date.
All right, Mr. Killebrew, we'll see you back on June 23rd at 1 o'clock. Stay in touch with Mr. Williams.
6:23
6:23. Yeah, 9 o'clock.
at 1 PM.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Christopher Krivek. Judge, we're still awaiting the FDLE reports in this case. It's a meth trafficking case, so we need to get those.
That's correct, Your Honor. We don't have it yet.
What's the status? It's from July.
It's been sent, FDLE has it, and it says it's pending. That's all I can see.
When was it requested?
I don't know, I can check.
I'm not telling you what to do, but I mean, both ways. Just file motions to compel. Let's get these things moving. I mean, it's not, see, Ms. Leone, I understand the state attorney's office is not refusing to provide these things if you don't have it, but until the agencies start getting court orders that say, turn this stuff over in cases that are, this is almost 10 months old?
What I was gonna suggest, Your Honor, because sometimes it's a case, if the case gets set for trial, then we can request the test result to be expedited. I don't know if he has done any deposition in the case. I don't know. I'm not in a screen where I can see
What I'm
that.
saying is, I think a court order compelling these things to come over is just as good as setting it for trial.
I
We
know
don't have to set the trial and potentially summons a bunch of jurors just to get FDLE to turn things over to us.
Yes, sir.
So, I mean, I'm willing to entertain. I don't think it's, see, the thing is, I think people perceive a motion to compel as some sort of personal thing from one party against the other. I'm just trying to get the evidence into y'all's hands so we can have a trial within a year on a drug case. I mean, it's especially because we've had cases where everyone's been surprised by the results. So let's get these things moving so these cases can be resolved. June 23rd, 1 o'clock. Be back on that date.
Thank you, Judge.
I'll give you a call.
Okay, please do. All right, Judge, going back through the ones that didn't appear, I've been advised that Mr. Kleckler has been here. He was just thinking that Ms. Rivers still had his case. Judge, I'm going to have to continue this and get him to talk with me. Give me your telephone number here and write your email underneath it.
Okay.
Okay. Judge, I'm showing him as having two cases, one under Kleckler, one under Kleckler Jr. I have ascertained that they're the same individual. If we can continue both of those cases, Judge? Come see me.
Relatively new cases. State have any objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, June 23rd at 1 o'clock. Mr. Kleckler, make sure you're here. Mr. Williams is your attorney now.
Yes, sir.
We're starting at 1 o'clock. We try to be on time so we can get everybody out of here as fast as we can. So,
Yes, sir.
all right, we'll see you next time.
All right, thank you.
Have a good day.
You too.
All right. Okay, well, here.
Thank you.
Let's see, Mr. Cardell. Okay, Mr. Cardell. Judge sent a list over to my secretary, and we provided a statement reciprocal over to the state. I'm going to ask to continue the case for purposes of the depositions.
Your Honor, what he shared with me is the name of the co-defendant. It was shared from the state already, so I'm not
Okay.
sure.
Those set depositions?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
And Mr. Cardell, if you'll come in, I'll explain to you what's going on, that it's now narrowed down to just one witness, and that's the not just one witness, but just one alleged victim, and that's the officer, okay? But you need to come in and actually see me.
No, this, I'm sorry, Mr.
I think
Wi-
this is the one you sent me the email on, isn't it?
No,
Okay, then I'm
that's not it.
confused.
It's a burglary to an occupied business, and it's not a law enforcement victim. It's a private individual.
Well, I've got Christina Russell as the primary witness I need to speak to. On 4/24, Victoria Phillips brought in a statement from Ms. Russell dated 4/4/25 on some notebook paper. Is witness but is unsworn and not notarized, and that's what I sent over to you guys.
Okay, what I got is the name of the co-defendant that was shared in reciprocal. That's all I got.
I will make sure of whatever the statement is. If you're trying to send it to her, make sure she gets it.
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm going to set it for June 23rd at 1 o'clock for you to get the depots done, but again, this is a July case. Short of something new, I'm not going to continue it again.
I'm your lawyer from now on, okay? So take that with you, call and make an appointment to come in and see me. Delmarcus Barkley. All right, Judge, it looks like no depots were set on this until I got it. I have sent the list out to my secretary. I don't know if we've gotten dates yet or not, but I am going to move to continue it.
No objection.
It's from January of '24. I understand that you're new to the case, Mr. Williams, but how a case can sit around for over a year without depositions being done?
It's a possession of controlled substances, Judge, but the state is asking for state prison time on it.
No, it's a possession of a weapon by a convicted felon.
Oh, excuse me, possession weapon by convicted felon, I'm sorry.
Is that a min-man case then?
I believe it is. I think it was the actual possession of the firearm.
I don't know that you charged it that way.
Well, I can change it if I haven't.
Well.
Yes, the notes
That's-
indicate that he was in actual possession of the gun.
All right, so that's a 3-year minimum mandatory sentence if proven. All right, I'm not going to continue it again, Mr. Williams. Again, I'm not blaming you for this, but, you know, it sat around for a year and nothing was done on it by your predecessor. So I'm not saying that's something that you just have to prioritize these as best you can to get the oldest ones and the most serious ones done more quickly, because this is just completely unacceptable at this point, that was allowed to go on. All right. See you on June 23rd at 1 o'clock, Mr. Barkley. Stay in touch with Mr. Williams, because I don't expect I'll continue this case again.
Yes, sir. There's my card. Make an appointment, come in and see me.
Yes, sir.
Let me just look, Judge, make sure I got everybody. Let's see, that was done. Jacob, no, excuse me, that one's been done as well. Judge, if I can ask Kelly Hutto to meet me out in the lobby, and I'll recall
You'll
him
call
in a
that
bit.
back up. All right. Mr. Hutto, meet Mr. Williams out in the hallway, please. All right, Mr. Kleins, you want to handle yours? Now that they're here. This is going to be, I think, Ashley Cook.
That's correct, Your Honor. This is Ms. Cook in 24 CF 2868. We have deposition scheduled this coming Friday. I would ask the court to leave Ms. Cook's case on that date for Monday, clear, continue. I will inform the court. I don't know if the depositions are going to take place based on a conversation I had with Ms. Cook. I don't know if the alleged victim is going to be available for a deposition. I don't know if he's been even served. I just want to leave it on the docket so I can give the court an update to what happened on the deposition.
I appreciate that. All right, Ms. Cook, we're going to see you back in a week on Monday, May 5th at 9 o'clock. Stay in touch with Mr. Klein so that he's your new attorney, but he's moving the cases quickly, so I want to make sure you're in contact with him so you can help him out too.
Would the court entertain allowing Ms. Cook to waive her appearance? Either way, this is a triable case from both perspectives. I can see this is not a We're just doing the depots so we can solidify everything.
Okay.
So I do need to go over whatever happens at the depositions if they occur.
If it's going to be a continuance, I'm fine as long as Ms. Cook is fine with the case getting continued on Monday. But if it's going to be a plea, obviously we'll need her here.
We can leave her on for Monday, we'll leave it on for a continuance. If the depositions happen and I talk to her on Friday and she wants to plea, I'll have her come into court on Monday anyway.
Okay. All right, sounds good. Thank you, Ms. Cook. We'll
That's all I have
stay in
today, Your
touch.
Honor.
All right, thank you. All right, Mr. Nopes, you've got Joseph Lally.
I did get the plea offer from the state, and I wrote it up. However, Mr. Lawley tells me a different version of what happened versus what was written up.
Okay.
He tells me that there were depositions taken. I did check with Mr. Williams. They were in fact taken, but they were not transcribed. But he gave me his secretary's name or person. I'm trying to get the electronic files. I'll just send you an order to have them transcribed. And then I also need body cam video from the state.
From any officer in particular, just so we know what they're looking for?
Well, there's certain statements that they referenced within the just simple police report, because I don't have anything other than just what I got off the clerk's website, that he said he didn't say what they're saying he said.
Okay.
Have you filed a demand for discovery? You did?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was.
I think he just got appointed to it.
I got a point on the 8th, and I think it was either the 9th.
I'm just making sure I'm not late in the sharing.
No.
Yeah.
But I normally file, my staff, I'll give my youngest son that. He pushes paper for me to look at and sign all day long.
All right. Yeah, it looks like he filed for discovery on the 9th, so just get that over to him, and then you want the 23rd?
Yes, sir, please.
June 23rd, Mr. Lawley. Make sure you're back at 1 o'clock that day. Stay in touch with Mr. Nopes. He's trying to push through your case. Give me the order if you need those transcripts, Mr. Nopes. I'll get that signed as soon as I see it. Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Maddox, Mr. Russell,
Yes, Your Honor, I'm ready to go.
whoever, I mean, I'm here for all of them, so I don't know how, whatever order y'all want to do them.
Jeffrey Baker. Mr. Baker. All right, this is Mr. Jeffrey Baker, 25 CF 157. It's the first time up, Your Honor. I'm asking for a continuance in this case.
Objections from the state.
No objections, Your Honor.
That's first time up. June 23rd, 1 o'clock. Mr. Baker, stay in touch with Mr. Maddox, who's representing you now. We'll see you back on that date. Do you have a question?
What was the day?
June 23rd at 1 o'clock. Are there papers up there, Mr. Maddox?
Oh, yes, Your Honor.
You can grab them one. Thank you, Mr. Baker.
And, Your Honor, just for the court's and the state's knowledge, I am seeking a comp evaluation in this case. Miss Venetia Berry.
Miss Berry, come on up.
Your Honor, I'm asking for a continuance in this case. We may need to take depositions in the case. I'm also working with Mr. Sheik on a potential new offer, although we're still working on the particulars of that. She does have a better offer than what she had before, but we're trying to see if we can work anything else out, Your Honor. I know it's a relatively old case, so.
I can't settle. Shut up.
No, I know. We talked about it. We're good.
Okay, so what are you trying to get done, Mr. Maddox?
So if need be, Your Honor, I will take depositions in the case. It's battery on law enforcement, at least as charged currently. Like I said, the state has made an amended offer, but I was pushing back on that some after watching the body cam and sharing certain things that I really wanted to emphasize and have the state watch again, Your Honor.
I know it's new to you, but this is October, so by the time we get to June,
Yeah,
it's
I
going to
know.
be, 8 months old, so.
Yes, Your Honor.
June 23rd at 1 o'clock, Miss Berry, be back on that date. Make sure you stay in touch with Mr. Maddox.
On top, okay, he'll can get it for me. Thank you.
Thank
I'm
you.
sorry again, I apologize.
And I will prioritize this case, Your Honor.
Okay. Well, it's not that terribly old, it's just, It seems like,
It's always like that with me.
okay, thank you, Ms. Berry.
Okay, you're good. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you very
Free to
much.
go, ma'am. Thank you.
Can I have your card, honey?
Certainly can. Stay in touch, ma'am.
When is a good time for you?
Call and we'll make an appointment if we need another one. Your Honor, next up I have Mr. Brennan Travis, or Travis Brennan, excuse me, 24 CF 2583. Mr. Sheik, do you think you'll have anything?
It's okay with a misdemeanor DWLS, but it still would be 10 days.
10 days, okay. So that's a new offer to us, Your Honor. I believe I will advise Mr. Brennan that could we leave him on the 5th, see plea or continuance?
Mr. Brennan, we're going to have you come back on May 5th. That's next Monday at 9 o'clock. Sounds like there's a new plea offer, and discuss that with Mr. Maddox, and we'll see what y'all want to do on that date.
Sure. Yeah, okay, give me a call.
That's plea or continue.
Otherwise, certainly be here on the 5th. Next up, I have Mr. Stephen Brown, 24 CF 2752. Brown? Your Honor, to DOC offer in Mr. Brown's case, I'm certainly going to be looking to probably do depositions in the case, Your Honor.
So you're asking for
Continuance, Your Honor.
objection?
No objections, Your Honor.
June 23rd, 1 o'clock. Mr. Brown, be back on that date. Stay in touch with Mr. Maddox so we can see what y'all need to do.
Melinda Carroll? Your Honor, President approaching is Miss Melinda Carroll. She's before the court in 24 CF 1615. Your Honor, we are awaiting a report from Dr. McDonald in this case.
Was that court ordered, or was that just internal?
I believe it was internal, Your Honor. Could ask for a continuance to get that report back.
What is the restitution amount going to be on this?
4,950,
Okay.
Your Honor.
Yeah, I had a letter, well, we'll talk about it. I'm not going to waste the court's time with it, but I do have a letter from the bank that may be less, but I'll work that out with the state,
Okay.
Your Honor.
I'm just trying to
But
see
yes,
if-
it'll be in the thousands.
All right, Ms. Carroll, we're going to have you back on June 23rd at 1 o'clock. Make sure you stay in touch with Mr. Maddox. So have you already seen Dr. McDonald?
No, sir.
Oh, actually, if you'll stick around, Miss Carroll, I do have a letter from Dr. McDonald. I believe it's going to set up an appointment for you.
Okay.
I believe I have
All right,
that.
make sure you set up that appointment.
Yes, sir.
I mean, this case is from July. We need to get moving, especially if we've got other potential hurdles.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, June 23rd, 1 o'clock.
Jeffrey Castile. Okay, yeah, he picked up you said it's an inmate? Yeah, I believe he was on this docket still, Your Honor. If he's not, forgive me, but he did pick up a new charge. I believe he's in custody.
We'll just put him on for Wednesday then.
Thank you. And that was 24 CF 2755 and 25 CF 748. Ashley Chappell. Your Honor, could we put this on the 5th for a plea? The state's made an updated offer. I believe Ms. Chappell will take that.
May 5th at 9 o'clock. Do y'all usually have blank plea forms? You can write that up while she's sitting?
I certainly could do that, yes, Your Honor, today.
I mean, I'll put it on May 5th, but if y'all get that done and want to just have it put out today, let's do
Let's see
that.
if I can write it up. Okay. Yeah, I have some blank plea forms, Your Honor. I could try and write that up.
Save another date.
Perfect. Donald Coffey. Donald Coffey. Oh, sorry, Your Honor. Mr. Coffey is currently serving a jail sentence pursuant to another case in Walton County. I did file a waiver of appearance for him.
So he's in Walton Jail?
Correct, Your Honor. He's serving an 1129 sentence there. I will see if he wants to resolve this case. In the interim, I guess I'll have to set up a visit with him over there.
All right, this is a brand-new case here, so June 23rd, 1 o'clock.
Jason Colburn. Hey, Mr. Colburn. Your Honor, this is Mr. Jason Colburn, 24 CF 2578. Your Honor, I would ask for a continuance in this case. I'm going to look into do depositions if need be. Mr. Colburn has no criminal history, so we might be able to work something more favorable out than what we have now, but we'll wait and see.
Well, if you're going to do depositions, have them done before June 23rd.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Colburn, June 23rd at 1 o'clock. Stay in touch with Mr. Maddox.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Here, I'll give you a card. Shannon Couch.
Yeah, well, I haven't reviewed it.
Throw it on the
enough
5th for plea or continuance.
Yeah.
Okay. Your Honor, if we could put this one on the 5th for docket day, we may be able to reach a resolution in this case for a plea or continuance. It's his first time up.
I see that it's from January 30th. All right, Mr. Couch, come back on Monday, May 5th. That's next week, on Monday at 9 o'clock. Stay in touch with Mr. Maddox. They may have a new resolution potential for you, so just stay in touch.
Yeah, it's just some Burger King smash sandwich. Benjamin Deacle.
If he gets his license, we can.
Your Honor, I know this is an older case for a driver's license case. He has enrolled in an advanced driver improvement course. He's also set himself up on the driver's license clinic that's upcoming. I know that's quite a ways out. Could we put him on?
September?
Yes, sir.
Could we put him on docket day, 5/5, to see if we could get anything worked out with the state on this case?
May 5th at 9 o'clock, Mr. Deacle. Stay in
Yes, sir.
touch with Mr. Maddox, see if there's anything new on that date.
Sir.
I'm not sure, wait until September or something we can really talk about. The case would be almost a year old at that point. But also make sure that we know what is the driver's license issue, if that's something that can be taken care of with court intervention. Otherwise, make sure you're pursuing all avenues to get that
Yes,
license
sir.
back put in place. All right, we'll see you next week.
Okay, thank you.
Next up, Your Honor, I have Mr. Driston Derrick, 24 CF 2832. Derrick. Your Honor, I'm asking for a continuance in this case.
Okay. Or?
Your Honor, I'm going to look into doing depositions if need be, but I certainly want to go over the offer a little bit more with Mr. Derrick.
No objection, Your Honor.
June 23rd, 1 o'clock, Mr. Derrick. Stay in touch with Mr. Maddox. See if you need to do depositions or not.
Mr. Nerion Dykes. All right, this is Mr. Dykes' first time up. I would be asking for continuance. However, I would ask that continuance be charged to the state. We did request discovery on 130 and 23 in the cases, and we just received discovery on April 7th. If not, though, in any case, it's his first time up, so we'd ask for the continuance anyways.
All right, June 23rd, 1 o'clock. Did I say 9 o'clock?
I thought you did, I'm sorry.
I think I did. June 23rd at 1 o'clock,
1
Mr.
o'clock.
Dykes. I'm sorry if I got that wrong. I don't want to waste 4 hours of your day. Y'all got to correct me. I say these dates and times about 200 times in 4 hours. It's kind of hard to keep them all straight.
Your Honor. Michael Frost. Your Honor, in Mr. Frost's case, I am asking for a continuance. This probably will be one where depositions would be appropriate. He's also provided me with some additional information that he'd like me to look into. A couple documents today. I'll certainly take a look at those.
Your Honor, may I ask a question?
Well, I want to ask your lawyer first, just so you don't say anything that's contradictory to your best interests.
I didn't know something.
I believe he wants to address a grievance with
Yeah.
our office, Your Honor.
All right,
If he
go ahead,
wants to,
Mr.
certainly may.
I've done a lot of reading on legislation and all, trying to figure out what's going on. I don't know nothing about the laws here in Florida. I'm from Georgia.
Before you do that, I'm not going to stop you.
You know,
Just
I'm
don't
not.
as you do.
I can't find no information other than reading for myself, and I don't really understand the law.
Well, that's why you have a lawyer appointed to you.
Well, he's my third public defender in 5.5 months.
And he should be the only one going forward. It's just they had some turnover right around the time that Mr. Frost, do you want me to finish the answer to your question?
I haven't asked the question yet, sir.
You said you wanted to ask a question.
Yes.
Then ask it.
Yeah. There's a preliminary injunction on the law they arrested me for. It's been appealed. The law's no longer in legislation. I don't understand why they're still pressing charges against me. I don't understand the way the law works. I mean, because I'm not a lawyer. But, you know, I've talked to 3 different lawyers, and they won't get started. You know, I ain't even got the motion put in, you know. I sold a van and had some money in my pocket. I ain't put in to get my money back. They ain't nothing been done. 5.5 months. You know, I want to move forward. I don't want to continue. I mean, if we got to go to jury trial, I guess this is what we have to do. I don't know. I'm in really bad health. I got to start some radiation, and it's just, you know, it's driving me nuts.
Some of Mr. Frost's concerns certainly don't fall on deaf ears, Your Honor. I understand the turmoil can be difficult. He has provided us with some case law that he'd like me to take a look at, and I've certainly told him, as I told him this morning, I'm going to take a look at, and I'll be happy to advise him on that. Again, he's provided me additional documentation, which I'll certainly look at, and if this case is going to go to trial, if Mr. Frost wants that to be the case, certainly depositions in this case would be appropriate, Your Honor.
Okay.
But I would ask for the continuance unless Mr. Frost wants to take the state's offer today. What is the
Well, I
state's
mean-
offer currently?
Currently, the state does not have an offer in this case.
What would you like to do?
I have the thing where it's proven it's an unconstitutional charge against me.
Okay, so do you want to file a motion about that?
I need to do something. I don't know. I mean, I'm not a lawyer. You know, I know there's certain ways y'all got to do stuff, but, you know.
Would you like to talk to your lawyer about it now that you have one who's in? Mr. Frost, as soon as I start talking, you get ready to start talking instead of actually listening. You keep asking me things, and I'm trying to respond to you, but you don't want to hear what I have to say.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I understand you're frustrated because you're on your 3rd lawyer in just a few months. However, that's not the fault of this lawyer or anyone else in their office. So now you've got a chance to talk to someone who's interested in talking to you about your case. I can give them the time to do that. If it's a hardship that you're traveling from out of state or that you're in poor health, we can certainly address whether or not you have to be at every single court date. But you have to you have to listen.
Yeah,
Okay? You've got a lot of questions, but you don't want to hear any answers, if they're good or bad.
I just want to know, I mean, from what I've read now, you know, if they've proven it's an unconstitutional.
Okay.
And that
No motion has been filed in this court, Mr. Frost, so if you'd like to talk to this lawyer or hire a different one, you can certainly do that. But the court doesn't just entertain oral motions from defendants in the middle of pretrial conferences. You can file something on paper, we can set it for a hearing, and I'll address it. But this is not the day for that. This is the day for y'all to tell me what's been done and what's going to be done. I understand not a whole lot's been done due to no fault of your own, Mr. Frost, and no fault of Mr. Maddox. However, we're trying to fix that situation right now.
And I believe he will. I mean, he seems more interested, you know, in helping me. I'm just,
Thank you.
like I said, my health, I got to start radiation. I want to start and then I have to have a court date.
Stay in touch with Mr. Maddox. He can talk about your appearance being waived, or that you could appear on Zoom. You see this huge television behind you? I can put you up on that, and you can appear from Georgia if you know how to use Zoom. But he has to file a motion to do that. So just talk to him, stay in touch with him, give him the things you want him to read. He's going to do it.
I've asked about motions with others, you know, but, so, yeah, about my money, my phone, this, whatever, any kind of motion, you get it all going. I mean,
All right, well, y'all can talk about it without the court listening, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
So why don't you go ahead and set an appointment while you're here? I'm sure he'll talk to you over the phone, but you might want to give him anything today that you want him to take a look at, that you have physical copies of. Otherwise, you got to put it in the mail, then he can't read it until they get there. But let's make sure we're thinking ahead.
I took care of that before court.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Frost. We'll see you back on June 23rd at 1 o'clock. Again, if something needs to change because of travel or whatever, I'll certainly entertain it. But Mr. Maddox is diligent and will get these things done now that he's handling your case. Trust me, I'm frustrated too, Mr. Frost, but I'm only going to blame the people who are the ones to blame and not the ones who are trying to help me clean it up.
I understand.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Frost. Have a good day. Do you have any more, Mr. Okay, you're just moving files.
Well, not unfortunately, but. Ganeshi Gad, 24 CF 2791, Your Honor. Your Honor, she's present and approaching. Your Honor, she's provided me plenty of documentation I certainly intend to look at about her businesses and everything else that's related to this case. Additionally, Your Honor, depositions may be necessary given that she doesn't want to plea after I look over all of this and assess the case. Your Honor, I'd ask for a continuance to look over these new materials she's provided me and also further advise her.
Okay. State?
No objections, Your Honor.
All right, you okay with that, Ms. Gadd? Yes? Yes?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. I just got to be able to hear you. All right, June 23rd at 1 o'clock, Ms. Gadd. Make sure you're back on that date. Stay in touch with Mr. Maddox.
File that motion if I need to. All right, thank you. Donald Garrett, 24 CF 2901. Bless you.
Thank you.
I'm asking for a continuance in this case. I'm going to continue to look into it, do depositions if necessary. Also, Mr. Garrett's one of the few that I have not had an opportunity to meet with personally, or at least discuss this case over the phone. From my perspective, Your Honor, so I would like an opportunity to do that.
Mr. Garrett, make sure you reach out and talk to him, and let's see what we can get moving with your case. He just gave you a card so that you can set up an appointment with him. Your case isn't very old, but we want to get these things moving. I'm sure you don't want to just keep coming back to court dates and spending hours here with us. So, Mr. Garrett, I'm going to put your case on June 23rd at 1 o'clock. See what can be done in the meantime. Thank you. We'll see you back on that day.
Malik Green, 24 CF 2839.
I think we resolved that already. It's
Oh, yeah, he retained private counsel, forgive me, Your Honor. I assume you don't need the...
And I recused because of that, so.
Okay, all right, well, fair enough.
I think, did we leave that on 5-5? I think I may have done that just as a status to make sure it gets assigned to another judge and we can put a date on it. I don't want to just fall through the cracks because, we didn't make sure it had a court date, so. But I did sign the order recusing earlier today. So that'll go to Judge Stone or Judge Clark.
Sure, thank you, Your Honor. Corey Kreider, 25 CF 177. Mr. Kreider? Your Honor, this is Mr. Kreider's first time up. I'm just asking for a continuance.
All right, and what needs to be done?
Your Honor, it's still... Quite frankly, this is just one where I need to review Discovery a little bit more and go over that with Mr. Kreider.
All right, Mr. Kreider, make an appointment with Mr. Maddox so y'all can talk about your case. We'll see you back on June 23rd at 1 o'clock.
Samuel Langley, 25 CF 242. Your Honor, this is Mr. Langley's first time up. It's one that we are still awaiting discovery from the state. It's a demand from 317. I did put Mr. Sheik on notice about that. He's going to get me the discovery, but it's one that I do not have discovery in yet, Your Honor.
Should be filed either today or tomorrow.
Okay.
I've already put the request in.
Okay. All right, June 23rd, Mr. Langley, come back on that date. Obviously, your lawyer's still looking to get all of the paperwork and videos and things like that. So once he does, he's probably going to want to talk to you about them.
Okay, thank you.
So make sure you set an appointment. We'll see you back June 23rd at 1 o'clock.
William Lawrence, 24 CF 2858. Mr. Lawrence? Your Honor, I'm looking to do depositions in this case if need be. I also need to meet with Mr. Lawrence and discuss the case from my perspective. We'll certainly be able to set that up before next pretrial conference. I would ask for a continuance on those grounds.
State.
No objections, Your Honor.
June 23rd, 1 o'clock, Mr. Lawrence. We'll see you back then.
Maria Leckler? All right, Ms. Leckler is present and approaching. State did relay a new offer just a couple days back. Your Honor, I'd be able to write up that plea agreement for today if you'll just pass it.
Okay. All right, this is Ms. Leckler.
Sorry?
You're Ms. Leckler?
Yes, sir.
All right, just hang on. He's going to write up your plea offer. It sounds like you're going to get it resolved today.
Okay, awesome.
All right,
Thank you.
I'll call you back up for a plea.
Your Honor, may I approach briefly?
Yes.
Yeah, just stick around.
Sorry, go ahead, Mr. Maddox.
No problem, Your Honor. Kenneth Martin, 25 CF 106. Your Honor, I notified the state about discovery in this case. We just received it on April 22nd. It was from a 3-5 demand, Your Honor. I'd ask for a continuance.
All right, state.
No objection, Your Honor.
First time up. All right, Mr. Martin, June 23rd at 1 o'clock will be your next court date. Stay in touch with Mr. Maddox. so you can go over your discovery with you.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you, Mr. Martin. We'll see you on June 23rd.
Ryan Massengill. Your Honor, it's Mr. Massengill's first time up. I'd just be asking for continuance in this case.
June 23rd at 1 o'clock. Mr. Massengill will see you back on that date. Stay in touch with Mr. Maddox.
Get my card. Jason McDonald, 25 CF 61. Your Honor, Mr. McDonald is in drug court currently. Not sure if this case will be able to be added to that or what the situation will be with that, so I'll certainly discuss that with the state. But it is his first time up. I would ask for a continuance, Your Honor.
Who has it for the state?
I do. I think I do, Your Honor. Yes.
Mr. Sheik, have you looked at it as far as drug court?
I have not reviewed it yet for drug court, Your Honor.
Okay.
So I'll be doing that.
When did he start drug court?
That I'm not exactly sure at. Forgive me, Your Honor.
December 18th.
December 18th.
State is good with drug court, Your Honor.
Okay.
I'm just looking at it. He went into drug court after this happened, but before he was arrested for the charge. So this would have happened before he went into drug court. But he didn't get arrested for it until after he went into drug court. Otherwise, it might have been wrapped up ahead of time, but whatever y'all want to do with it doesn't matter. You want to put on maybe May 5th, see if y'all want to do that, and then you can put it on the drug court docket. When's the next drug court docket? It's every week.
Every Wednesday.
Every Wednesday?
We could have an answer by Wednesday if he wants to go.
Well, if y'all decide to, I guess you'd have to make the decision tomorrow, try and put it on
Yeah.
for this week's drug court.
Offer drug court, I'll certainly relay that to him. But since it's the first time, Your Honor, if we could just have the full cycle continuance, I'd appreciate it.
Okay, and obviously, if you're going to end up putting in drug court, you can put on any one of those dates to resolve it, so.
Okay.
All right, otherwise, Mr. McDonald's going to be June 23rd at 1 o'clock. Again, if y'all work it out to drug court, they can go onto any drug court docket to plea, and then you wouldn't have to come back on June 23rd.
Other option. Cindy Mullins. Oh, Your Honor, I think this was one actually that was on Zoom. I know I filed a waiver. I guess maybe perhaps there was a Zoom motion filed previously. She's out of state, Your Honor. She lives in assisted living, I believe.
I think it was set up for last time, but typically you'd have to file one for each appearance unless.
But forgive me, Your Honor.
No, that's fine. I'll check to see if she's on Zoom, but.
Try and be pretty diligent about that.
What are y'all looking to do with the case?
Possibly one that I don't know if the state at this time is willing to substantially comply. I sent over some stuff for them to look at, Your Honor. I don't know where the state is at on this.
I
Do we
do
have?
see a waiver of appearance was filed.
Okay.
You said she was in substantial compliance.
She did, yeah, she did the anger management course, and she submitted proof that she had relinquished her firearm. Those were the two main outstanding conditions. Everything else just costs.
So I would have to check with probation to make sure that she has completed those requirements, and then we can dismiss it, I
5-5.
guess. Yes, yes.
Let's open on May 5th to see if it's satisfactory completion.
And if you need me to send over that stuff to you, information, let me know.
Do you mind?
Yeah, no,
please?
no, I don't mind at all.
Yeah, thank you.
Certainly will.
You have, is it Wolf with 2 Fs?
I do, Jonathan
Okay.
Wolf, yes, Your Honor.
Looks like there's someone with that last name on it.
That one I did file a motion for.
Yes.
Okay.
So let me see if this other person might be,
Your Honor, if I may, apparently the information was sent to.
If you are the meeting host, please enter your host key followed by pound.
not sure why it's doing that.
You are in the meeting now.
Looks like the easy button they used to make it easier actually didn't do it right, so I had to do it manually. So now we're set up. Let me just see who these other people are, if you want to call that Wolf case next, but I want to see, someone just listed as Samsung, so I want to see if that's the right person or not.
Yeah, because I sent information to Josh, so I hadn't seen.
Okay, who do I have present on the Samsung?
Cindy Mullins.
Cindy Mullins, okay. All right, Ms. Mullins, we just called your case, and then they said you're on Zoom, so I pulled you up. It sounds like they're trying to work out whether or not you've completed the PTI.
She's got an announcement, Your Honor.
I just was able to review the information that was sent to Mr. Schick instead, so the state is dismissing the case against Ms. Mullins.
All right, you're Cindy Mullins, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, the case was just dismissed by the state attorney. Yeah, you've completed your PTI. I guess there was just a little bit of an issue that the paperwork went to the wrong person, but they reviewed it this afternoon and dismissed your case.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, ma'am. You're free to go.
Thank you. Bye.
All right. Do you want to call Wolf while we've got?
That's fine, Your Honor, yes.
Your Honor.
I've got the file right here.
And what's his first name?
It's Jonathan Wolf, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Wolf, can you hear me okay? All right, you're muted. Let me get you to unmute.
Able to get the screen working, Your Honor, just so I
Oh.
can see Mr. Wolf, forgive me.
Yes, Your Honor, I can hear you.
Okay, there you go.
Hear me?
We can hear you. Yes, sir.
Okay.
All right. Mr. Maddox, what are we doing with Mr. Wolf's case?
Yes, Your Honor. So it's my understanding that if I'm just going to file this order under seal as part of the case file, Your Honor, it's my understanding that once I do that, the state is going to dismiss this case. There's a pretty extensive release plan that Mr. Wolf already has from his Santa Rosa case involving the same incident, Your Honor. That's my understanding where we're
On the
at.
same incident?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so like they were chasing after him and went from one county to
Correct.
another?
Yes,
It's the
yes,
exact,
Your
yeah,
Honor,
it's the
yes.
same.
And the more serious charges for which he was arrested are from Santa Rosa. I believe that there was actually a judge trial, and Judge Drake found him incompetent, not guilty by reason of insanity at the time. And it appears also to be not restorable. It's the state's position that if this court adopts the finding of Judge Drake's trial, it wasn't that long ago, I want to say maybe 3 months ago.
Not long ago at all, and as January 14th, 2025.
The state will stipulate to finding the defendant in another case with offense date the same as what was tried, So we will stipulate to that and dismiss the case accordingly.
Okay, so you're just going to dismiss it?
Yes, if we cannot, if the court adopts the order,
Well, I've got to see it, I mean.
Yeah, I have a copy, Your Honor, if you
Okay.
need it.
Well, why don't we do this? Why don't we leave it for May 5th? You give it to me, I'll read it, or I can just look it up myself. I'd rather
Yeah.
have the paper copy to remind me to
Yes.
do it. And then we'll just announce those things on Monday. I'm somewhat familiar with it, I just haven't read the entire order, so I know that's what happened, and obviously the state's telling me that that's what happened.
Yes, Your Honor.
So what we're going to do with you, Mr. Wolf, is I'm going to take a look at this, and then once I adopt everything that happened in Santa Rosa County in front of a different judge, I will certainly adopt these things, and then the state's going to dismiss your case. But stay in touch with Mr. Maddox, so he can confirm that's been done. If it doesn't happen this week, you're going to have to, I'll let you appear by Zoom again, but you have to be here on Monday, May 5th at 9 o'clock.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, Mr. Wolf.
thank you.
And I'll take a look at it probably tomorrow.
Yeah,
That's
that's,
fine.
thank you, Your Honor, I
All right,
appreciate that.
Thank you, Mr. Wolf.
Thank you.
All right, and I have no one else on Zoom, so I'm going to end that.
Shouldn't be any more surprises from me.
How would you know that?
Oh, yeah, maybe, I don't know, we'll see.
There's surprises, we probably don't know about them, right?
Knock on wood. Sarah Munda, 24 CF 2820.
Sarah Munda?
And Your Honor, if I could have a brief moment with her. Okay. Your Honor, so Ms. Munda was considering rehab. Quite frankly, I wasn't sure. She was considering an inpatient rehab program. Obviously, she's gone the outpatient route, so I wasn't sure exactly where she would stand with respect to this case, Your Honor, but it's possible we'll need to schedule depots in this case. I'll certainly schedule those if need be. And I was waiting to see I was still feeling her out a little bit, Your Honor, so I would ask for continuance on these grounds. I'll certainly look to have a clearer picture next cycle.
State.
No objections, Your Honor.
Ms. Munda, stay in touch with Mr. Maddox. He's trying to work on your case for you. I'm going to set it for June 23rd at 1 o'clock. But sure you're back on that date.
Thank you.
Nathaniel Parker. Your Honor, this is Mr. Nathaniel Parker. He's before the court, I believe he's before the court in all three cases, 24 CF 2688, 24 CF 581, and 23 CF 1527. I had made a counteroffer proposed by Mr. Parker the state was looking over.
Yeah,
It's possible to resolve it, Your Honor, if we could set it for May 5th, docket day, this one might resolve.
All right, Mr. Parker, we'll see you back on Monday. That's May 5th at 9 o'clock for docket day for potentially plea or continuance.
Okay.
See if you can get all these things resolved.
Jason Peavy, 25 CF 237.
Evie?
Peavy.
All right, call the next
You
one, we'll
pass
see
him?
if he comes in.
Yeah, I know I talked to him earlier. David Pitkus, 25 CF 196. Hey, Mr. Pickus. Your Honor, this is Mr. Pickus's first time up. I would ask for a continuance in this case.
Mr. Pickus, we had a case in my other division before, right?
Yes, sir.
I just bring it up for the fact that if you want to talk to your lawyer about that, if you think there's any reason I might be biased against you or something because I was in that case, they can file a motion. I just want to bring that up because obviously he doesn't know that. But I remember the case and I remember you very
Yes, sir.
vaguely.
Yes, sir.
So if you want to discuss that and if it's a reason to say I would like a different judge, you can ask for that and I'll entertain it.
You're fine, sir.
All right. Then we'll see you back on June 23rd at 1 o'clock.
Thank you.
All right.
Can I get your card, please?
Tina Proctor?
Oh, Mr.
perfect,
Peavy.
okay. Go, call on Ms. Proctor. Go ahead, Mr. Peavy.
All right, come on, Mr. Peavy.
Your Honor, this is Mr. Jason Peavy, 25 CF 237. He's present and approaching. Your Honor, it's his first time up. I would ask for a continuance.
Peavy. State.
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Peavy, you're going to come back on June 23rd at 1 o'clock. Stay in touch with Mr. Maddox and see if y'all can get something resolved by that date.
Okay.
Ms. Proctor?
Your Honor, I know this. I'll start by acknowledging that this is quite an old case, but for the majority of it, we were battling with determining where exactly she stands with competency, and she was receiving treatment at the Florida State Hospital. We've since resolved the competency issue, and I do feel she's competent to proceed. I would, though, and I have requested an evaluation for insanity at the time of the defense of the offense to evaluate that, so I'm waiting on that report, Your Honor. And given that Ms. Proctor really wants to push this issue, no depositions have been taken. It's certainly a case that would be appropriate for depositions, but she does have a rather favorable offer, so we'll just kind of see how this thing shakes out, Your Honor. But I know it's old.
Let's see. Is there something out there for the secondary evaluation, the NGRI evaluation?
Yes, I've requested that on, forgive me, I don't have it in front of me, but I know
I just want to make sure that if
Yes,
you're
there
waiting
is.
on an order, that it's getting done.
No, it's internal. It's
Okay.
internal
Oh, I
for
gotcha.
insanity.
Okay. Ms. Proctor, you okay with coming back on June 23rd? Okay. June 23rd at 1 o'clock. Make sure you meet with anyone they ask you to meet with so we can get the case resolved. All right.
Sue Ragusa, 25 CF 89. Your Honor, Sue Ragusa is present and approaching, 25 CF 89. Your Honor, this is first time up. We would be asking for a continuance. We have filed a second demand for discovery. I believe the state is sending that over to us as we speak, if we haven't received it already.
Yes, Your Honor. It's either en route today or tomorrow morning.
All right, June 23rd, 1 o'clock. See you back on that day, Ms. Ragusa. Looks like discovery should be in soon, so you can talk to Mr. Maddox about that. Ms. Ragusa, look, Ms. Ragusa, they need a DNA sample from you because you've been arrested for a felony. It's mandatory in all felony arrests.
Ashley Roberts, 25 CF 104 and 24 CF 2909. Ashley Roberts. If we could pass that one, Your Honor, see if she shows up.
There's some still people in the hall.
Yeah, it's possible. Melinda Roderis, 25 CF 244. Your Honor, this is Ms. Roderis' first time up. I would ask for a continuance in this case.
All right, June 23rd at 1 o'clock. Sheriff, just be back on that date. Stay in touch with Mr. Maddox.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Dale Rosella, 24 CF 2705. Your Honor, I would be asking for a continuance in this case. Mr. Rosella has no criminal history. I would like to see if we can shake out a better offer from the state. I'm relatively new to this case, so I'd like to try my hand on it, further review discovery with him, possibly do depositions if necessary, Your Honor, but I'll certainly have more clarity on it the next cycle if you'd grant the continuance.
State.
That's fine, Your Honor.
Mr. Rosella, June 23rd, 1 o'clock.
All right, perfect. Lawrence Rude, 24 CF 2754. Your Honor, for Mr. Rude's case, I would ask for a continuance in the case. If necessary, take depositions. I also have a counteroffer for the state that I don't believe I flagged for them today. I apologize, but I do need to talk to the state about.
State's fine, Your Honor.
Continue it for that.
Yes, Your Honor.
June 23rd, 1 o'clock. See you back on that day, Mr. Rude.
George Scott. Your Honor, I'm asking for a continuance in Mr. Scott's case. This is certainly one that I'm going to schedule depositions in.
No objection, Your Honor.
Get those set then.
Will do, Your Honor.
June 23rd, 1 o'clock.
Candy Sheffield, 24 CF 2611. Your Honor, in Ms. Sheffield's case, there's a witness that's going to be providing a statement to our office. They have not yet done so, but it could very well influence the disposition in your case, Your Honor. I would ask for a continuance to get that statement and see what that statement says.
This case is pushing 6 months old. I mean, let's make sure we get the witness statement and get it done.
I certainly will, Your Honor, and it would be a substantial witness statement if it's what I'm thinking it could be.
No objection, Your Honor.
6:23 at 1 o'clock, Ms. Sheffield. Make sure if it's your witness, you got to get him anything they're asking for so he can help you on your case. I know he's new to it, but you know, he'll be diligent, so make sure you give him the stuff. Thank you.
David Singleton, 25 CF 282 and 25 CF 283. Your Honor, in both cases, this will be Mr. Singleton's first time up. We'll track them together. I would ask for a continuance in both. It's his first time up.
June 23rd at 1 o'clock. See you back on that day, Mr. Singleton.
Robert Suttles, 25 CF 151. Your Honor, this is Mr. Suttles' first time up. I would ask for a continuance.
June 23rd, 1 o'clock.
Sorry, what's that? Brian Taylor. Your Honor, this is Mr. Brian Taylor, 25 CF 273. Your Honor, this is his first time up. I would ask for a continuance, and just for the court and the state's knowledge, we are seeking a comp eval in this case. It'll be internal, I believe. That's already been requested.
All right, Mr. Taylor, we're going to see you back on June 23rd. Stay in touch with Mr. Maddox. They're going to have you talk to a doctor, and we'll see what that turns up on June 23rd. All right, thank you, sir. Be back on that date.
Brian Threet, 25 CF 298. Your Honor, this is Mr. Brian Threet, 25 CF 298. Your Honor, I would ask for a continuance in this case. It's his first time up.
June 23rd, 1 o'clock. Mr. Threet, stay in touch with Mr. Maddox.
All right, I do have Miss Susan Tentle in 24 CF 2575. Should be a waiver on file, Your Honor. I'm asking for a continuance in this case. She sent me additional information regarding some of her prescriptions. I do believe I'll be providing that to the state here shortly. I just want to take the time and do due diligence. She sent me several documents for this case.
I know it's new to you, Mr. Maddox, but it's about 6 months old, so we got to get moving on it.
Will do, Your Honor.
6:23 at 1 o'clock. Did the state have any objection? I'm sorry.
No, Your Honor.
All right.
Next one would be Dana Stiverson, 25 CF 0.
Stiverson? Yes. Is that going to be under you, Ms. Rivers?
Yes. I do need to meet with Ms. Stiverson, and I've told her as such. We would like to reset this for the next court date. Was it June 23rd?
Yes.
Requesting a
First time up, June 23rd, 1 o'clock. Ms. Stiverson, stay in touch with Ms. Rivers. Be back on that date.
Next up, Your Honor, I have Miss Alyssa Trimble, 25 CF 154. Your Honor, I would ask for a continuance in this case. It is her first time up.
First First time up, June 23rd, 1 o'clock. Make sure you're back on that date. Ms. Trimble, stay in touch with Mr. Maddox.
Yes, sir.
All right, we're on the home stretch, Your Honor. Richard Turner, 25 CF 83. Your Honor, Mr. Turner is present. Your Honor, I would ask for a continuance in this case. It is his first time up.
All right, Mr. Turner, we'll see you back on June 23rd at 1 o'clock. Stay in touch with Mr. Maddox so he can help you with your case.
Thank you so much, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Turner. Wendy Ulrich, 24 CF 2795. All right, I would ask for a continuance in this case, looking into possible depositions, also a possible motion in this case, given how the depositions turn out if need be. So I would ask for a continuance on that basis, Your Honor.
June 23rd, 1 o'clock. Let's get those depositions done.
Will do, Your Honor.
Thank you, Ms. Ulrich.
Michael Walker, 24 CF 2819.
Did we handle him this morning?
I did. You're correct. Thank you. Kevin Wilkes, 24 CF 2906. Your Honor, I would ask for a continuance in this case. I'll both look into depositions and also to make contact with the AV in this case. I have not made contact with the alleged victim, see what her position is, and I'll discuss this case further with the state as well. I'll have a counteroffer for him.
State, any objections?
No objections from the state, Your Honor.
June 23rd, 1 o'clock. Mr. Wilkes, be back on that date. Stay in touch with Mr. Maddox.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Shaqula Wilson, 24 CF 2796. Your Honor, Ms. Wilson has indicated that she'd like to take the state's offer. I just want to clarify what that is. What is the current offer from the state?
The current offer will be adjudication of guilt, 1 year or 1129 probation. It would be pled to a misdemeanor petty theft, Your Honor.
Okay.
It would be restitution of $641.38, shoplifter's awareness course, and court costs of $270.
Okay, so it's misdemeanor petty theft?
Yes, misdemeanor petty theft. And she can plead to that today if she wants.
Yeah, no, she'll take that. That's fine. Okay, I'll write that up for you. Sabrina Williams, 24 CF 1758. Here's Williams. Have the drop charges form for the victims in this case, or was that mistaken?
I'm verifying, but I don't. Yeah, I don't think I see any drop charge request that I'm.
Forgive the delay, Your Honor. I had some notes in my file that indicated there may have been a drop charges statement in this case. I'd like an opportunity to see if that's just gotten lost in the woodwork or if it's in my file and I just missed it. If necessary, may need to do we'll schedule depositions in this case. I know it's an older case, Your Honor. It's certainly one that I'll prioritize, one of the older ones that I have, in fact. And I'll get that all taken care of by the 23rd.
I'm showing a note from the last time that depots were set for April 2nd.
So I don't know exactly, to be honest with you, I don't know exactly what happened with that, but for one reason or another, those depositions were not set, Your Honor. I certainly intend to.
There's no notice here, but that's what was said at the last hearing. It's on the clerk's minutes, and I went back and listened to it, and that's what was said, so.
I wish I had a better answer for you, Your Honor, and quite frankly, I should.
From July of '24, so, all right, last continuance, it will not be continued again.
Your Honor, understood. And then, Your Honor, just so the court is not confused, there are several cases under my name that Mr. Russell has taken back. He has not entered a notice of appearance yet, but he's going to call those cases.
Okay.
Yes.
I saw you were
So
skipping
no,
quite a few.
I'm not trying to evade you here. I believe that's all I have. I'll get those plea agreements written up, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, Mr. Maddox. Mr.
Judge, if we
Russell.
could, I want to go back to page 5 under Mr. Maddox's name. Laura Coleman. She's present and approaching, Judge, is case number 24 CF 1471. On her case, I'm going to ask for a continuance after reviewing her file. I'm going to ask for a competency and a sanity evaluation, and we need to take depositions. If I may approach, Judge, about her case.
Hi, I'm Wanda Roberts. For the last 20 years, I've been helping the residents of Northwest Florida buy and sell their properties. My office is just 1 block south of the courthouse in historic downtown Crestview. Give us a call at 850-398-5389.
Hi, I'm Michael Gilbert, defense attorney with Warrior Law. I represent those accused in Santa Rosa, Okaloosa, and Walton County. If you or anyone you know has been accused of a crime, give us a call. We can help.
All right, so what court date did you want to put that on, Mr. Russell?
June 23rd at 1, Judge?
Okay, Ms. Coleman, we're going to have you call them back June 23rd at 1 o'clock. But they're going to make a couple of appointments to see a doctor for you. And then once I get that report, we'll make some decisions on how we go forward. All right, thank you,
Your
Ms.
Honor.
Coleman.
Thank
Have a good day.
Next case is Judges Jonathan Collins. Mr. Collins is present and approaching. Case number is 24 CF 2510. On this case, Judge, I'm going to ask for a continuance to complete depositions.
Date
No objection, Your Honor.
comes from October, so let's get those depositions done by next time.
Yes, sir.
6:23 at 1 o'clock.
Okay. That's good. You're good. Jessica Cozen. But she was here earlier. Calvin Dawes. One, two, Judge. William Ewing. Mr. Ewing is present and approaching. Case number is 24 CF 569. Mr. Ewing had an evaluation for competency, Judge. We did not file a report yet, so what I'd like to do today is set a competency hearing for May 29th at 9. And the reason I want to do it then is the recommendation is outpatient competency restoration services, so I want to get with Ms. Valencia and get her in the loop and see if we can get something lined up.
Have you seen the report yet, Ms.
We-
Leeler?
I don't believe so, Your Honor, but if he's representing that's the case, I don't.
It was resipped, and
Maybe, no, it wasn't before, so it
Okay.
probably was received, but as I said, I'm fine.
so if it hasn't been, then I'll resip it to the state attorney, Judge, but
Yeah, I see a reciprocal was done on February 4th.
with Dr. McDonald? Yes, sir. That's the report
It may-
done.
I don't think you were on the case at that point, Ms. Leone.
Your Honor,
In fact, I
yes.
can see that you weren't. So if you could get her a copy of that, Ms. Leone, you haven't seen the report, but do you think you might be seeking a second evaluation?
No, Your Honor, if the recommendation is for outpatient restoration services, I would wait for that to take place, and then we see the status of it.
Okay. All right, so let's put it on that May 29th date. Let me take a look where we're at on that.
9 o'clock, Judge.
I just want to take a look at, oof. We can put it for 9, it's going to be a long day.
I can do it at 2, Judge.
Well, I think it's one of those that may not matter. We may be hard, we might finish 9 o'clock around 1 o'clock.
Okay.
And go right into our next docket, so let's say 9 o'clock on May 29th.
Christine Hamilton?
Actually, now I'm looking down at it, I see that was my question. Second eval question mark was what I wrote in my notes, so. No, that's fine, so that I could see from the docket that there had been one done, so let's go 5:29.
Judge, this is Christine Hamilton. Case number is 24 CF 1263. This is an older case, but I'm going to have to ask for a continuance to take depositions.
Give me the name again. Christine Hamilton.
Christine Hamilton, she's number 29 on my docket, page 8.
I think the last I heard is that y'all needed to talk to some witness, but that was March 3rd.
And do you have, Judge, which PD said that? Okay.
I can probably go back and look.
I can follow up on it, Judge. I just didn't know if you had it handy.
I just put defendant Delta, so. When you spend 4 hours going through the docket the day before pretrials, you try to use shorthand. All right, so June 23rd, but this case is very old. it needs to be resolved, so let's
Yes, sir.
present it for a landing. All right, thank you, Ms. Hamilton.
Coretta James. Ms. James is present and approaching, Judge. This case is really old, 2016 CF 2265. There was a failure to appear back in 2017, and then eventually she was picked up on the capias.
Yeah, I went down the rabbit hole in this case when I was looking at it yesterday. Because from best I could tell, there was a failure to appear, but that date didn't have any clerk's minutes. And there's a question whether or not it was canceled, but then the clerk, I think, who was there said, well, I think that just means the next court date was canceled because she's not here today. But that's why she's on a signature bond after a 7-year failure to appear.
Okay, okay.
So I had to look at why that would have happened. And so I think Judge Schlechter had spent some time on it. I listened to it. And so that's why they gave her a signature bond, because I guess she was in Alabama, incarcerated for some time.
That's what the notes in my file showed.
So also told to be resolved the next cycle. Here we are.
Judge, the issue that I have with the case is that I don't see that depositions were ever taken back in 2016-17, and I don't see that it's been done since we've gotten the case. So that's why I'm asking for a continuance.
I'm just concerned you're not going to be able to find any of these people at this point. It's been 7 years.
And that's another concern I had, Judge.
All right, State have any objection?
No objections, Your Honor.
All right, June 23rd at 1 o'clock. You're going to have to do a really good job of convincing me if you need more time, Mr. Russell.
Yes, sir. I'll get right on setting those depots so we can see if the witnesses are even available. Okay. Corey Jones. Mr. Jones is present and approaching, Judge. The offer in this case is a Department of Corrections sentence. Depositions were taken, but there's some additional witnesses that the state listed on their second amended discovery that was filed in January.
This is who, I'm sorry, Mr. Jones?
Corey Michael Jones, he's number 31, page 9 of my docket.
I got it. I just wanted to make sure I was on the right one.
So I'm asking for a continuance to take the depots of those witnesses on the new discovery exhibit.
All right, State.
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, June 23rd at 1 o'clock. Mr. Jones, be back on that date. Stay in touch with Mr. Russell, who's handling your case.
Deniqua Lemon, number 36 on my docket, she's present and approaching. Case number is 24CF2165. Ms. Lemon, Judge, there was an offer in the file that we might be able to accept. I'd ask to put it on the docket day, May 5th at 9, for a plea or continuance to see if I can hammer out the details.
Let's plea or continuance.
Yes, sir.
May 5th, plea or continuance, 9 o'clock on Monday. We'll see you back then, Ms. Lemon.
Larry Mayo. Ask him, Judge, no response. Dakota Perry. Mr. Perry is present and approaching, Judge. Case number is 24CF936. Depositions were set in this case. About half the witnesses showed up. Follow-up depositions were not reset, so I'm asking for a continuance to finish those depositions, asking for a continuance to June 23rd.
No objections, Your Honor.
June 23rd at 1 o'clock. Mr. Perry, be back on that date. Let's get those depositions finished by then.
And that's all of Mr. Maddox's cases for now, Judge.
Okay. Ms. Rivers. See if I can find you here.
Hello there. Your Honor, the first one on the docket would be Marquis Lewis, 24 CF 2664. He is present and approaching. Your Honor, I have met with him. This is a case that I was taking over from Mr. Williams. I did request an offer from the state. The state did on Friday, I think it was, send me an offer. I did convey it to him today. Now, this is a split sentence offer, so he is going to need some time to think about it. I do believe I've already got depositions set for the 7th. So, yes, Your Honor. So we're asking for the next pretrial conference date.
May 7th. Okay. Objections? Nate, any objections? To continuance to do the depositions? All right, 6:23 at 1 o'clock will be your next court date, Mr. Lewis. We'll see you back on that date. Obviously, there's going to be some depositions, so things may change, but make sure you talk to Ms. Rivers after May 7th.
The deposition?
Right. You don't go to depositions, but you'll call me after May 7th to find out about depositions. But make sure you're in court on that date.
Thank you, Mr. Lewis.
Your Honor, the next one is James Marshall, 24 CF 2322. Mr. Marshall is present and approaching, Your Honor. We have reached an agreement in this matter, if I may approach.
Yes. Thank you. What is this? Plea agreement? All right, Mr. Marshall, can you raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Sure.
All right, Mr. Marshall, you're here in 24 CF 2322, currently charged with trafficking in heroin, which is a first-degree felony punished by up to 30 years in state prison, and a 15-year mandatory minimum sentence. Count 2 is possession of more than 20 grams of cannabis, a third-degree felony, and possession of a controlled substance, third-degree felony. I've been handed a plea and sentencing agreement that calls for the state to dismiss counts 1 and 3, and that you would plead as charged to count 2 for 2 years of probation and some conditions. Is that right? Have you gone over this plea and sentencing agreement with your lawyer? Did you understand it? And did you sign it? Yes. Okay. And your name and date of birth? I'm sorry, I didn't ask you.
12/14/1994.
Okay. And Mr. Marshall, are you currently under the influence of any alcohol, drugs, or controlled substances?
No, sir.
Okay. Are you currently suffering from any mental health issues?
No, sir.
Has anyone forced, pressured, or threatened you in any way to enter this plea? Has anyone promised you anything other than the terms of the plea in order to get you to plea? All right, just let me finish so the record's clear. We just talk one person at a time.
Yes, sir.
It's okay. All right, so do you understand that if you plead no contest, then there's going to be no trial, and you're giving up your trial rights, which are on page 2 of the agreement you signed?
Yes, sir.
And do you understand that you're waiving all potential defenses that you may have had? All right. And do you understand that this plea would, if you're not a U.S. citizen, would subject you to deportation? Okay. And what is your plea? All right. And this is the state's offer?
It is, Your Honor.
All right. And it's a guideline sentence based on the amended score sheet?
Correct, yes, sir.
Okay, 43.5. All right, what that means, Mr. Marshall, is even if you get a technical violation, you're going to be above the mandatory, not mandatory, the lowest prison sentence. So you got to be very careful to make sure you get done with all this stuff. All right, I'm going to accept your no contest plea as freely, voluntarily, knowingly given. State have an announcement on counts 1 and 3.
The state dismisses counts 1 and 3.
All right, on count 2, it's going to be 2 years probation, adjudication of guilt. You're going to have a substance abuse evaluation and complete any recommended treatment, or you can comply with the Emerald Coast Life Center, or ECLC. Do not possess or consume any alcohol. Do not possess or consume any drugs or controlled substances without a valid prescription. You're going to do random urinalysis for the detection of any such substances. It says random UAs twice. I was just trying to see if I was missing something there. Obviously, if you're to test positive for something you don't have a prescription for or you've been prohibited from, that would be a violation of your probation. I'm going to waive the cost of supervision, $515 court cost, $100 cost of prosecution, $100 PD fee, $50 application fee. Did I miss anything?
No, Your Honor, I don't believe so.
Okay. All right, so you've got 30 days to appeal this, Mr. Marshall. I'm going to need you to be fingerprinted. I need you to talk to probation before you leave. All right, thank you, sir.
Your Honor, the next one on the docket is Larry Miller, 24 CF 1399.
Mr. Miller also has a case with me. Record is 20 CF.
And Your Honor, I just took over Mr. Miller's case. I haven't met with him yet. We did introduce ourselves a few minutes
You
ago.
have the new case, and Mr. Russell has the old case.
Correct, Your Honor. Your Honor, I am going to be requesting a continuance to meet with my client.
All right, Mr. Russell.
Judge, I'm joining in the continuance. It's my understanding that the state intends to Williams rule the 24 case, the new one, into my case, and so we need to conduct discovery. So
I know we talked about all this last time, except Mr. Williams was standing in Ms. Rivers' place. Where I gave my speech about getting all these things filed in advance, so we don't have to wait till the last minute before trial, and the trial ends up getting continued or delayed. But do you think we can have the next one, the old one, ready for next time?
the old one is ready as soon as we can do the depots and the new one. The new case, Judge, involves charges from June of 1989 to June of 92, so it's over 30 years ago. So, as soon as we can get those depots ready, then we should be ready to go.
Okay. Are they set?
No, because Ms. Rivers just got the case.
But you're going to be doing them as well, Mr. Russell? You're going to...
I'm going to participate, Judge, but I'll probably be in the background just because it's not my case.
Okay. I just want to at least get the old one going.
Yes, sir.
I know these are very old allegations, and one of the cases is very old, but we've got to get them moving along. All right, June 23rd, 1 o'clock. Expect some progress.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. I know the cases have been juggled around because of the changes over at your all's office, but. All right.
Your Honor, the next case is James Mullen, 24 CF 2918. I have met with Mr. Mullen. Gave him some case law, watched videos. Based on my discussions and the videos I did file in our office to have insanity at the time done. He has indicated to me, my client, what Dr. Zeman had said, but Dr. Zeman hasn't filed a report yet. So at this point, we're going to request the 6/23 court date. We can put it on earlier if necessary, if the state decides that they want to do a reciprocal evaluation.
You said that was Dr. Zeman?
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right, any objections from the state?
No, Your Honor.
All right, June 23rd at 1 o'clock, Mr. Mullen. You'll be back on that date. If something has to be set earlier, Ms. Rivers will reach out to you to get you on the docket earlier. All right, otherwise, if they need you to talk to anyone else, just make sure you handle all the appointments they ask for. All right, thank you, sir.
Your Honor, the next one is Adam Phillips, 25 CF 290. He also has 25 CF 292. I did meet with Mr. Phillips when he was in the jail. Your Honor, I have indicated to him that I do need his reciprocal witnesses, and I did meet with a witness today out in the lobby on one of the cases. So I will be listing that person. So the next step is going to be setting depositions.
No objection.
This is a brand-new case, both of them.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, June 23rd at 1 o'clock. Mr. Phillips will be back on that date. Stay in touch with Ms. Rivers so she can help you with your case. Obviously, if you have any witness names or things like that, make sure you get them to her so she can track them down, give her some contact information so that it's a little easier.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, thank you, Mr. Phillips. We'll see you back June 23rd.
Your Honor, the next one is Dwayne Robinson, 24 CF 59. Your Honor, Mr. Robinson is present and should be approaching. I did convey to him his offer today. It is an incarcerative offer. He does plan on taking that offer. However, he is going to need to get his affairs in order, so we would like to set it for June 23rd with anticipation of a plea on that date.
No objection.
All right, and everything got fixed on the bond issue, right? And the KP is because there's some bad information or something like that,
That's
right?
correct.
All right, did you get arrested for that, Mr. Robinson?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, June 23rd. All right, June 23rd at 1 o'clock. Mr. Robinson, make sure you're back on that date so we can get your case resolved.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Your Honor, the next case is Thomas Schmelzel, 24 CF 1778. We've reached an agreement in the matter, if I may approach.
Okay, sure. Okay. You got no driver's license as an M1, isn't it an M2?
Did you have?
I think, anyway.
Your Honor, the state said an M2.
Okay. So y'all just want to do time served on that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor, yes.
All right, it says no contact with the alleged victim. What are they a victim of?
The use of the credit card.
personal ID, okay.
Yeah, the personal ID, Your Honor.
And so the 3 years DOCs on each of the felonies, which are what, 1, 2, and 5?
Actually, Your Honor.
1, 2, no, just 1 and 2.
1 and 2, yes,
Okay.
sir.
It's a lot to read on handwriting. All right.
Small
Raise your right hand,
handwriting,
Mr. Pronounce your last name for me, sir.
Mosley.
Mosley. I'm going to try. It's a tough one. All right. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give us the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? All right. Can you state your full name and your date of birth?
Thomas Mosley, 0309 of 1998.
Okay, so you're here in 24 CF 1778, charged with possession of a weapon by a convicted felon, possession of a controlled substance, no driver's license, attaching tag not assigned, and unlawful use of someone's personal ID. Do you understand all those charges? Okay, I've been given a plea and sentencing agreement. I'm going to try to get all this right. I think putting the suspended at the end kind of helps because it's not there with all the misdemeanors. So it's going to be 1 year of community control on, I guess, 1, 2, is attaching tag not assigned a first or a second?
It's a first, Your Honor.
Just don't want to give them a year of community control when it's a maximum of information.
Maybe it is a second, actually.
Second, yeah, count 3 is a second, count 4 is a second, count 5 is the first. So what do y'all want to do on the second degree misdemeanors? Is time serve those, or do you want them on community control for those too? I mean, it's not going to really change a whole lot other than if he violates what his maximum exposure is.
Credit time served on the M2s, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, so what it's going to be is on counts 1 and 2, it's going to be 1 year of community control followed by a year of probation with a 3-year suspended sentence. Okay. Counts 3 and 4, it's going to be time served. Count 5, it's going to be the 1 year of community control. Do I have all that right? Okay. Conditions of your community control and your probation, so it's going to be a total of 2, half community control, half probation. Substance abuse evaluation and counseling, or comply with ECLC, waive cost of supervision, no contact with the victim of the unlawful use of personal ID, so that's count 5. And then 515 court costs, $100 cost of prosecution, $100 PD fee, $50 application fee. I think that's everything. Does that sound right, sir?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
Okay. Did you go over this plea and sentencing agreement with your lawyer? Did you understand it? That makes one of us. Now that we've made the changes, it makes more sense. You didn't date this, sir. Can I date that for you as today's
Yes, sir.
date for your signature? Okay. All right. So now you understood this, you signed the agreement? I just need you to speak up a little bit.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Just, I can kind of hear you, but not enough to not look at you, and I'm trying to go a little bit faster, so. All right, are you satisfied with your attorney's advice and representation?
Yes, sir.
Are you currently under the influence of any alcohol, drugs, or controlled substances?
Wait until he's done talking, and then,
I'm sorry.
and then answer.
Okay, yeah, you gotta wait till I'm done so you know the whole question, because if I add something at the end that you weren't expecting, now it's giving me a wrong answer. So, what was your answer? Are you under the influence of any alcohol,
sir.
drugs, or
No,
controlled
sir.
substances?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Are you suffering from any mental health issues or concerns? Okay. Has anyone forced, pressured, or threatened you in any way to enter this plea? Has anyone promised you anything in return for your plea?
No, sir.
You understand by entering a no contest plea, you'd be giving up your right to a trial and all your trial rights, which are on page 1 of this agreement. And do you understand you're waiving all potential defenses that you may have? All right. And also, since you're pleading to a possession of controlled substance, you understand there's going to be a driver's license suspension. And do you understand that if you're not a U.S. citizen, this could lead to your deportation? All right. And what is your plea to the 5-count information?
No contest.
I'll accept your no contest plea as freely, voluntarily, knowingly given. Again, on counts 1 and 2, it's going to be a 1 year of community control followed by 1 year of probation with a 3-year suspended sentence. Counts 3 and 4 are going to be time served. Count 5 will be 1 year of community control as well. conditions of that community control and probation or substance abuse evaluation and counseling, or comply with ECLC, waive cost of supervision, no contact with the victim of the ID charge, count 5, 515 court costs, $100 cost of prosecution, $100 PD fee, $50 application fee. Did I miss anything?
No, Your Honor.
All right, it's a guideline sentence based on the guidelines I've been handed. Say again? Oh, adjudication on all counts. So if a regular probation for the count 5, I thought about that while we were talking about it, but can he be on regular probation for a misdemeanor while he's on probation with, or on community control for the felonies? Okay. And it'll be concurrent. Thank you, Mr. Berry.
Let him have his turn.
I mean, he's only been doing this 30 years. He should get a turn.
He should.
All right. I just need you to be fingerprinted. You need to talk to probation before you leave, and you have 30 days to appeal the judgment and sentence.
Sarah Scott, 25 CF 276. Your Honor, I have met with Ms. Scott. We have provided reciprocal discovery. In reviewing the discovery, we've discovered that the video that is at issue was not provided. Also, there's no 911 calls.
What do you mean the video wasn't provided?
So there is an alleged video of the conduct, and it's mentioned throughout the police report. It was not provided. There's also 2 911 calls, and so I did make a request back on the 15th specifically for those items, and we will, the next step will be setting depositions once we get that information.
State? Is this you? Scott? Sarah Scott? Is this yours?
It is.
Okay. All right, do y'all have the videos that are allegedly talked about in the police report?
I have not seen a request for that, and I may have overlooked it, but we will follow
So
up.
I did send the request to the assistant that is listed on your,
That's probably why I didn't see it, but I will follow up on that.
on your paperwork, because I know you have one for depots and one for discovery.
All right, so let's, this is a relatively new case. Obviously, we'll put it on June 23rd at 1 o'clock, see if we can finish out that discovery and get the depositions by then. All right, be back on that date, man.
Yes, sir.
I need DNA.
Oh. And any felony arrests.
Your Honor, the next one is Savannah Scott, 24 CF 2254. Your Honor, I have met with Ms. Scott. I have provided to the state a number of statements from different members of DCF and FFN. I believe the next step will be for us to meet again and to set depositions.
You're asking for a continuance?
Yes, Your Honor.
We did receive those, Your Honor. They have not changed our opinion at this point, so we are not objecting to continuance.
Y'all approach.
Congratulations, Crestview's very own Dixie Dan Powell of Powell Injury Law for your recent jury verdict of $11.5 million.
All right, so we'll see you on June 23rd, Ms. Scott.
Inflatable amusement company.
Hopefully the depositions can be completed by that point, and we'll see where things go from there.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
The state of Florida, and Dixie is CFB preeminent rated. Dixie Dan Powell worked.
Your Honor, the next one is Vanessa Shurum, 24 CF 2152. We've reached an agreement in this matter.
All right, Ms. Shurum, can you raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Okay, can you state your name and date of birth, please?
Vanessa Lynn Shurum, 10/13/66.
All right, and Ms. Shurum, you're here in 24 CF 2152, currently charged with burglary of an unoccupied dwelling, but I've been given a plea and sentencing agreement that calls for you to plead to a lesser included offense of misdemeanor trespass, pay some court costs, and that'll be it, right?
Yes, sir.
Is that what you want to do?
Yes, sir.
Have you gone over this plea and sentencing agreement with your lawyer?
Yes, sir.
And did you understand it?
Yes, sir.
Did you sign it?
Yes, sir.
Are you satisfied with your attorney's advice and representation?
Yes, sir.
Are you currently under the influence of any alcohol, drugs, or controlled
sir.
substances?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Everyone wants to answer that one real quick. Are you currently suffering from any mental health issues or concerns?
No, sir.
Has anyone forced, pressured, or threatened you in any way to enter this plea? Has anyone promised you anything in return for your plea? Do you understand you're making up your right to a trial and all your trial rights, which are on page 1 and going into page 2 of your agreement? Yes?
What did he say?
You're giving up your trial rights
Yes, sir.
that are in the agreement that you signed? You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any questions on that? I know sometimes this goes pretty fast for people who aren't used to being involved in it, but if you have any questions, you can certainly stop me and ask them at this point. Okay. Do you understand you're waiving any potential defenses that you may have? Yes?
Yes.
Okay. When things get recorded and have to be transcribed, can sometimes sound a lot alike. So that's why we stop you. Ms. Rivers is used to doing that in depositions and trials and things, so then I do it too. We just have to make sure that we're clear as to what your response is. All right, and do you understand that if you're not a U.S. citizen, this could lead to your deportation?
Yes.
Okay. And what is your plea to the misdemeanor trespass?
No contest.
Okay. I'll accept your no contest plea. That's the state's agreement.
Yes, Your Honor, it is.
Okay, adjudicate you guilty to the misdemeanor trespass, $270 court cost, $50 cost of prosecution, $50 PD fee, $50 PD application fee. I'll give you 90 days to pay those or set up a payment plan with the clerk.
Okay.
All right, and I don't need fingerprints on trespass, right? I don't think so. They haven't escalated that one yet. So you just have 30 days to appeal my judgment and sentence, Ms. Shurum. Just make sure you set up a payment plan or get those paid off. Thank you.
Your Honor, do you mind if I recall Ms. Chappell? I've got her plea agreement ready to go. She's got some dogs she's got to get home and take care of.
You say dogs?
Yes, Your Honor. She's got some.
At least I didn't.
Yeah, I've got
they're
one
chomping at the
too.
bit.
At least I was
Yeah.
honest.
No, that's good. Your Honor, we have the execute plea agreement. May I approach?
Yes.
And this is 25 CF 113.
All right, Ms. Chappell, can you raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Okay. State your name and date of birth, please.
Ashley Deanne Chapel, 12/14/84.
Okay, Ms. Chappell, you're here in 25 CF 113, charged with felony driving while license suspended, which is punishable up to 5 years in state prison. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
I've been handed a plea and sentencing agreement for you to plead to a lesser included driving without a valid license in violation of 32203. Being adjudication of guilt, $300 in court costs, $100 cost of defense, show proof of a valid driver's license or eligibility within 90 days and 180 days to pay your costs and fees. What if she doesn't show proof?
That'll be up to the state, Your Honor, I suppose. It's just in there as a condition of most driver's license pleas I've done.
If you don't get a valid driver's license, I can suspend it with a D6.
I don't know what to tell you. It's been in there.
It sounds like it's from Catch-22.
Yeah, well, something like that. All right, so Ms. Chappelle, is this what you want to do today?
Sir.
All right, and have you gone over this agreement with your attorney, Mr. Maddox? Did you understand it?
Yes, sir.
All right. Did you sign it?
Yes, sir.
And are you satisfied with your attorney's advice and representation?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any alcohol, drugs, or controlled substances?
No, sir.
You waited. All right. Are you currently suffering from any mental health issues or concerns?
No, sir.
Okay. Do you know what's going on here today?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And has anyone forced, pressure, or threatened you in any way to enter this plea?
No, sir.
Has anyone promised you anything in return for your plea?
No, sir.
You understand you're giving up your right to a trial and all your
Yes.
trial rights on page 2?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And do you understand that you're waiving any potential defenses you may have?
Sir.
All right. And what is your plea to the second-degree misdemeanor driving without a valid license?
No contest.
No contest.
All right, I'll accept your no contest plea to driving without a valid license, Florida Statute 322-031. That's a second-degree misdemeanor, adjudicate you guilty, $300 in court costs, $100 cost of defense. Show proof, well, yes. Show proof of a valid driver's license or eligibility within 90 days. And then you have 180 days to pay off those costs and fees. Otherwise, you can end up potentially with a driver's license suspension. So let's make sure you take care of all these things.
Alrighty.
You have 30 days to appeal. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
It's not lost on me that we suspend people's driver's license because they were trying to get their driver's license and needed more time.
Well, try and foster compliance occasionally with the person who wants to pay the court costs too, you know?
That's why we have a driver's license clinic, I guess. Mr. Russell.
Judge, I have one case to call out of turn. Diana Petrocelli Freeman.
Is that under you?
It's under my name, Judge.
Okay. Just so I can
She's
find it.
number 95 on my docket, page 29. For the record, case number is 24 CF 1963.
Okay.
On her case, Judge, I'm asking for a continuance to the June 23rd docket to take depositions.
No, Judge.
June 23rd, 1 o'clock. This one's getting old, Mr. Russell. I know it's not yours, but
Yes, sir.
let's get moving on it.
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll see you back on June 23rd, ma'am.
The next one, Your Honor, is Madeline Smith, 25 CF 101. Your Honor, I haven't met with Ms. Smith yet. I'm going to be requesting the 6/23 court date.
All right, Ms. Smith, is there a reason why you haven't met with your lawyer?
I believe she actually had an appointment with Mr. Maddox, and then I don't know what happened after that, but
It
Your Honor,
switched
I
to
did
you.
take the case.
Okay. That's not a problem. I just want to make sure there hasn't been, because I asked for two reasons. One, that you're doing something to be proactive in your case, and two, that they've been willing to meet with you. And so I want to just make sure those things are happening, so when we come up next time, y'all have met and we're making progress. All right, June 23rd, 1 o'clock, come back on that date. Stay in touch with Ms. Rivers. Hopefully they won't change the lawyer again.
Your Honor, the next one is Travius Stevenson, 24 CF 2689. Your Honor, he's in the Bay County Jail. He just pled out to a 2-year DOC sentence. And speaking with his wife, he would like to come here and get his prison sentence here. I did speak with the state. They are okay with that if the court is so inclined.
What's the offer here?
3 years minimum mandatory. I would agree for it to run concurrently with the sentence is serving for Bay County.
I would just need to submit a motion.
3-year min-man on using someone else's ID?
Yes, Your Honor, based on either the amount or the number of IDs used.
Okay. I don't think I've seen that charge yet, so certainly didn't know there was a min-man on it.
Yeah.
Nor did I. Your Honor, I would need to just file a motion in order to transport if the court was so inclined.
Sure.
Okay.
That's certainly not a problem. I think we should be doing that, get these things resolved instead of waiting until he gets back from DOC.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Unfortunately, I think that bill got killed already in the legislature to do that when people are in prison so you can have them come back, or just didn't get enough committee meetings to make it to the top, so.
Much more efficient. Your Honor, the next case.
What date do you want to set it for? Yeah, at least, you just want to put it on 6/23 for status.
6/23, and if I can get it before then, Your Honor, to do it before then.
That's fine, Your Honor.
Your Honor, the next one, Dana Stiverson, we did earlier. So the next one would be Todd Taylor, 24 CF 576. If I may approach with the state on this one.
Back Home Bakery Cafe is 2 blocks from the courthouse on Crestviews historic Main Street. We serve handmade pastries, espresso, and lunch items, and we're open Tuesday to Saturday from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m., serving lunch from 11 to 2. We hope to see you soon.
Hello, I am Bonnie from Body Be Healthy here in Crestview. We have been serving the area since 1999. We're an alternative health food store. If you're interested in bettering your health, we'd like to invite you to stop by. We're located in Court Plaza. Stop by and let us help you be healthy.
I'm Amanda Gaskin with Briar Patch Realty. Helping qualified heroes save money is my passion. When I help a hero buy or sell a home, they receive a check from Homes for Heroes. Check out amandasheroes.com for more information.
For more than 70 years, the sweet aroma of the Crestview Coney Islands burgers and hot dogs has permeated the downtown area. If you have not experienced the unique flavor of Crestview's Coney Islands burgers and hot dogs, then I encourage you to join us for lunch.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. 6:23 to finish up the depots. Be back on June 23rd, sir, at 1 o'clock. Stay in touch with Ms. Rivers.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you.
Your Honor, the next one is Casey Thompson. That is 25 CF 245. Present and approaching. We have reached an agreement, Your Honor.
I understand it's going to be a downward departure based on a plea bargain, but just, I think we need to correct the score sheet because it says 108 total sentence points minus 28. Oh, okay, it is right. Sorry. After 7 hours, math is not my best subject right now. All right, Mr. Thompson, can you raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm that your testimony is going to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
You state your name and date of birth.
Casey Thompson, 7/18/84.
All right, and you're here in 25 CF 245, charged with failure to register a change in your employment. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
It's a third-degree felony, punishment up to 5 years in state prison. In fact, that's what you would score, short of the uncoerced plea agreement that's been made.
Yes, sir.
All right. Did you go over this plea and sentencing agreement that calls for you to have 6 months of community control and ankle monitor and costs?
Yes, sir.
Is that what you want to do today?
Yes, sir.
All right. Did you go over the entire form with your lawyer? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, sir.
Are you satisfied with your attorney's advice and representation?
Yes, sir.
Are you currently under the influence of any alcohol, drugs, or controlled substances?
No, sir.
Are you currently suffering from any mental health issues or concerns?
No, sir.
Has anyone forced, pressured, or threatened you in any way to enter this plea?
No, sir.
Has anyone promised you anything in return for your plea?
No, sir.
You understand that by entering a plea, you'll be giving up your right to a trial and all the trial rights that are listed in your agreement.
Yes, sir.
You understand you're waiving all potential defenses that you may have. And do you understand that if you're not a U.S. citizen, this could lead to your deportation?
Yes, sir.
What is your plea?
No contest.
I'll accept your no contest plea is freely, voluntarily, knowingly given. It's a downward departure based on uncoerced plea bargain, correct? All right, you have adjudication of guilt, 6 months of community control. You'll have a GPS ankle monitor at $1 per day, waive cost of supervision, $415 in court costs, $100 cost of prosecution, $100 cost of defense. Oh, $817 total. Okay, so $817 total will be your court costs and fees. Any other questions or concerns? All right, you have to talk to probation, you have to be fingerprinted before you leave, and you have 30 days to appeal.
Yes, sir.
And I reached out to him again without success.
All right, State.
State would request a capias, Your Honor.
Okay, I'm going to issue a capias with no bond. Obviously, Mr. Williams, you find out something happened.
I'll bring it to the
File your
court's
motion,
attention.
and I'll potentially consider
Thank you, Judge.
withdrawing the capias, depending on what the situation is, but
And Judge, that was the last case that I had for today, if I can be excused.
yes. Can you come up with someone from the state, please? Just because who I need is not here.
CQ Roofing, your hometown roofer since 1999. We're state licensed and insured, family owned and operated with 24 years of local service. We specialize in shingles and metal, re-roofs, repairs, and leak specialists. For all of your roofing needs, call us today or visit our website at cqroofing.com. CQ Roofing, your hometown roofer.
Hey, I'm David at Family Vision of Crestview. We've been providing excellent optical service for Northwest Florida for over 34 years. Come in and let us take care of you.
All right. Who else do we have? Mr. Manners, did you have more?
Yes, Your Honor. I have a couple of written plea agreements that I was able to secure. Shaqula Wilson. Your Honor, this is 24 CF 2796 Shaqula Wilson, if I may approach with a written plea agreement?
Yes. There it is. Thank you, sir. There's a cash bond involved?
Yes, Your Honor. Cash bond was posted. We just asked it be applied to the costs and fees and the restitution. I believe it was $2,500.
All right, Ms. Wilson, can you raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? You state your full name and date of birth.
Shaqula Catrice Wilson, 2992.
And Ms. Wilson, you're here in 24 CF 2796 with a charge of felony petty theft, which is punished by up to 5 years in DOC. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
I've been handed a plea and sentencing agreement that would have you plead to a lesser included misdemeanor petty theft, first degree misdemeanor, pay $641.38 in restitution, shoplifter's awareness course, $270 court costs, $100 cost of defense. Probation would be 11 months, 29 days. And the cash bond would be applied to pay for your restitution costs and fees.
That's fine. Did you hear that? So they're going to send you back the check and then you'll pay.
All right, so court costs and fees will be paid out of your cash bond. And you verified it was a cash bond?
Yes. Okay. Of course. Order that it be paid through the clerk, that would be the most convenient way to do it. Of course, if she gets a check back, that's fine too.
Is there a percentage fee?
Yeah, there is 4%, right?
Ms. Wilson, is this the plea you want to take today? Okay. Did you go over this form with your lawyer?
Yes, sir.
Did you understand it? Did you sign it? Are you satisfied with the representation from your lawyer? All right. Are you under the influence of any alcohol, drugs, or controlled substances?
No, sir.
Do you have any mental health issues or concerns?
No, sir.
Has anyone forced, pressured, or threatened you in any way to get you to take this plea? Has anyone promised you anything in return for your plea?
No, sir.
You understand if you enter a plea, you're giving up your trial rights, which are listed on page 2 of your agreement? And do you understand you're waiving all potential defenses? Do you understand that if you're not a U.S. citizen, this could lead to your deportation? All right, and what is your plea to the misdemeanor petty theft? I'll accept your no contest plea as freely, voluntarily, knowingly given to the first-degree misdemeanor petty theft, adjudicate you guilty, restitution of $641.38. I think that was to a Tom Thumb, correct?
So,
All right, you have to do the shoplifters awareness course as part of your 11 months, 29 days probation, $270 in court costs, $100 cost of defense, for which your cash bond will be applied. You're going to have to meet with probation before you leave. I need you to be fingerprinted, and you have 30 days to appeal.
Thank you, Your Honor. Was that state probation?
State probation. Yes. Just to put on the record, the cash bonds seem to have been paid by someone else, so I'm not going to use that to say she's got too much money to not pay her fees.
Next up, Your Honor, I have Maria Leckler, 25 CF 250. We've reached a resolution in this case, Your Honor. Ms. Leckler is present and approaching, if I may approach.
Leckler?
Yes, Your
Ms. Leckler, can you raise your right hand?
Yes, sir.
Testimony you're about to give, the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
All right, can you state your full name and date of birth?
Maria Leckler, 12/21/1980.
Ms. Leckler, you're here in 25 CF 250. You're currently charged with 4 counts of a controlled substance possession. That's a third-degree felony, punishment to 5 years each, and also a trespass, which is a second-degree misdemeanor. Do you understand what you're currently charged with?
Yes, sir.
All right, I've been handed a plea and sentencing agreement where the state has agreed to dismiss all 4 counts of possession of a controlled substance and have you plea for an adjudication of guilt on the trespass, $270 court costs, $100 cost of defense, don't trespass at the Walmart on Verdun Boulevard in Crestview, and I'll give you 90 days to pay those costs. Is that what you want to do?
Yes, sir.
Is this the state's agreement?
it is, Your Honor.
Okay. And have you gone over this agreement with your lawyer?
Yes, sir.
Did you understand it and sign it?
I did.
Are you happy with his work on your case?
I am.
All right. Are you currently under the influence of any alcohol, drugs, or controlled substances?
No, sir.
Are you currently suffering from any mental health issues or concerns?
No, sir.
Has anyone forced, pressured, or threatened you in any way to take this plea?
No, sir.
Has anyone promised you to take anything in order to take the plea?
No, sir.
You understand by entering a plea to the trespass, there won't be any trial of any kind, and you're giving up your trial rights, which are on page 2 of your agreement?
Yes.
You understand you're waiving all potential defenses that you may have?
Yes, sir.
All right, and what is your plea to the trespass?
No contest.
Accept your no contest plea to count 5, the trespass. What does the state want to do on the other 4 counts?
State will no pros the other 4 counts, Your Honor.
Okay, adjudicate you guilty of the trespass, $270 court costs, $100 cost of defense, no trespassing at the Walmart on Verdun Boulevard in Crestview, and you have 90 days to pay those costs that I've previously announced. And then you have 30 days to appeal. All right. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Your Honor. If I may, Your Honor, I have 2 other cases from this morning that I neglected to call while I was going through my docket, if I may.
Okay.
Tyson Odom.
Odom.
Odom's present and approaching, 24 CF 2948. Your Honor, it's the first time up. I would just ask for continuance in this case.
All right, state.
No objections, Your Honor.
I don't see it on my docket.
On this morning, Your Honor.
Oh, it was on this morning. Has he been here since this morning?
No, Your Honor.
Okay.
No, he was not present this morning. He came as soon as he could this afternoon. He was on time.
I just want to make sure we didn't get his paperwork wrong or something, have him sitting here all day. All right, Mr. Odom, we'll see you back on June 23rd at 1 o'clock. Stay in touch with Mr. Maddox.
Sure.
And we'll see you back on that date.
I have one other one, Your Honor. James Chad.
he was set on the 9 o'clock docket as well, but you've called him this morning and now this afternoon.
Correct.
Chad James.
Oh, my apologies, actually, Your Honor. I do have a waiver on file for him. Ashley Roberts. Yeah, there's a waiver on file.
Waiver of appearance was filed. What do you want to do with his case?
If I could continue this case, Your Honor, it's first time up.
June 23rd, 1 o'clock.
Apologize for that.
That's fine.
And then I guess Ms. Rivers just informed me that Ashley Roberts is here.
Ashley Roberts. Is she on the 1 o'clock docket then?
Your Honor, she has two cases pending before the court, 25 CF 104 and 24 CF 2909. Your Honor, her newest case is first time up. I'd ask for a continuance in both cases so we can track them together. I notified the state that we're also waiting on discovery in the newest case, 25 CF 104. They have it forthcoming.
June 23rd, 1 o'clock. Stay in touch with Mr. Maddox.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thanks, Mr. Roberts. Your case, okay. All right, thank you, Your Honor.
Judge, I'm going to go back and call some of the cases of Mr. Maddox's. Jessica Cosin, present and approaching. Case number is 24 CF 2203. On Ms. Cosin's case, Judge, there was an offer from the state that had a time limit on it, and it expired before we could talk to Ms. Cosin. So what I'd propose to do is set it for docket day on May 5th at 9 o'clock, plea a continuance, and she has an appointment to come and talk to me Friday.
May 5th for plea continue.
Yes, sir.
Getting kind of an old case to continue, but 9 o'clock, May 5th. We'll see you back on that day, Ms. Cosin. Make sure you stay in touch with Mr. Russell.
Calvin Dawes. No response, Judge. For the record, it's 24 CF 1998.
Reason why he shouldn't be here today?
Judge, but I do not know what he looks like, so.
All right, State.
State request a KPS, Your Honor.
APS, no bond. Obviously, if you hear from him, Mr. Russell, I'll entertain withdrawing it.
Yes, sir. Larry Mayo. Larry Mayo. Case number for the record is 24 CF 2367.
Why Mr. Mayo's not here?
He's a case I inherited from Mr. Maddox, Judge. I have not spoken to him.
State request a KPS, Your Honor.
APS, no bond. Shows up at your office tomorrow or something, give us a...
Yes, sir, I'll get him. I'll
Entertain it.
get him in here, Judge. And now I'm going to move on to my cases, Judge, because I think that's all of them. Samuel Allen. Case number for the record is 25 CF 42. No response, Judge.
All right, KPS, no bond is to Mr. Allen.
Terry Barfield Justice. He's present and approaching, Judge. Case number for the record is 25 CF 2. It's first time up, so on Mr. Barfield Justice's case, we're going to ask for a continuance, Judge.
No objection, Your Honor.
Mr. Barfield Justice, we'll see you back on June 23rd at 1 o'clock. Make sure you stay in touch with your lawyer.
Michael Bell. Two cases on the docket, Judge, 24 CF 1340, 24 CF 1355, but no response today.
Was there a probation offer last time?
I think so, Judge. I can look and see.
Yes, there was. The offer for the global was 18 months probation, and then restitution, and then substance abuse.
On his failure to appear, what's the state asking for?
The state would request a KPS, Your Honor.
APS, no bond on Mr. Bell.
Elijah Falls?
Elijah Falls?
Yes, sir. Mr. Falls is present and approaching. Case number for the record is 24 CF 2112. There was a time-limited offer on this case too, Judge, so I'm asking to set it for 5-5 at 9 o'clock to see if that offer is still on the table. And plea or continuance on 5-5 if we're not able to resolve it.
All right, Mr. Falls, we'll see you back on next Monday, May 5th at 9 o'clock for plea or continuance.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Ian Forrester. Mr. Forrester is present and approaching, Judge, 24 CF 2875. We're asking for a continuance on Mr. Forrester's case to take depositions.
No objection, Your Honor.
June 23rd, Mr. Forrester, at 1 o'clock. See you on that date. Stay in touch with your lawyer.
Adam Frederick. Mr. Frederick is present and approaching. Case number is 25 CF 5. It's a first time up, Judge. We're asking for a continuance to take a look at his case.
June 23rd at 1 o'clock, Mr. Frederick. Make sure you're back on that date.
May I say something real quick?
No, you can't approach.
Oh, no. So I've been here since 12 o'clock before everybody got here. No offense. I'm just.
It's a 1 o'clock docket, sir.
I've watched so many people in here easily on drugs and then come up here and be asked if they're on drugs. Bailiffs
Are you
come over.
trying to get all these people's pleas withdrawn?
No, I'm just wondering why your bailiff, when I asked him to come check on someone that looked like they were ODing, I asked him, I said, are they ODing? He said, probably, they'll be all right, we got Narcan. That's the people that I want trusting my community with. That's crazy.
I don't work for the sheriff's office, sir.
He shouldn't be in here. That's crazy. He was just gonna let that girl OD back here? I mean, it was evident. She was passing
All right,
out for
thank you,
3.5
sir.
hours. Like this, 3.5 hours passing out and nobody said a word to her. That's sad. That's somebody's daughter, that's
Did
somebody's
you do
mother.
something about it, sir? Well, I just don't understand what you would like me to do.
Oh, I see where this community is at.
Sir, come back. No, come back.
I'm just trying to.
No, come back.
Literally, I was
No,
the
come
first
back.
person here today.
No, come back. You don't yell from the outside of the well. Stand at the podium, please. If you've got a concern with security, you see the uniforms they wear? I can tell them what to do in the courtroom, but I'm not in charge of their training, their supervision, or anything else. So if you've got a concern with what someone in a uniform did, you can report that to the sheriff's office.
I'm going to today.
Okay, but you've seen how many people are in here. I can't
Oh, I
keep an
see
eye on
it.
every, can I finish?
Yes, sir.
I can't keep an eye on every single person. I've seen people falling out in the back row, and we've had them taken out in an ambulance. It happens. So maybe he just disagreed with you. But I'm not sure why you're trying to lodge a complaint with me about someone else.
Oh, because you control the courtroom.
Well, I understand that, but again, I don't work for the sheriff's office. I'm not the sheriff.
I understand
So
that.
if I see something, I can tell them to do something. But you seem to be mad with everyone in this courtroom about things that happen.
I just thought that was pretty explicitly wrong.
Okay, well, again, I didn't see it. So
What if it was your daughter? I don't know.
Are you a doctor? I just want to know why you're still complaining and trying to bring my family into this.
Well, you're acting like I'm doing something wrong, and I was just bringing something
didn't
to
have-
someone's attention.
All right, thank you, sir. You're free to go. Sir, I would suggest you not huff and puff on your way out.
Madam Clerk, I think that's all of them.
Oh, yes. We recall briefly, Your Honor, Ms. Wilson, probation brought something to my attention that needs to be addressed.
Okay. Ms. Wilson?
So based on what probation relayed to me, Your Honor, it's my understanding for Ms. Wilson's case that they cannot supervise her, so they gave us two options, either do supervision through the, what was it, the interstate compact.
Your Honor, she lives in Alabama.
She does live in
It's
Alabama.
a misdemeanor, so the misdemeanor that she's on for is not, we're not able to transfer her unless it's either for 12 months flat, and then she'd have to go through the interstate compact case, or the interstate compact, pay the $100, wait until we get an answer back, or JC, that's the other option.
Just put her
And-
on the JCS probation.
Yes, Your Honor, Ms. Wilson was fine with JCS probation. I would ask the court waive her fees there if possible, but if not, I've gone over the cost supervision with her, and she's fine with that.
We have one of those cards that has like the QR code on it and everything for JCS.
If they don't
Amend that for JCS probation, please. That's our for property. All right, since JCS is not here to tell me if they're going to have a concern with waiving cost of supervision, I'm not going to do it at this time, but you can certainly file something, and I want to just give them an opportunity to say they're not willing to do that.
Understood, Your Honor.
Is it just once a month?
Generally, yes.
It's fine.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Just make sure you report to JCS. The other lady in the back, we already handled her case, right?
I think that's it, Judge.
Ma'am, are you waiting for something? Your name again? I know we handled your case at some point. What is your name again?
Oh, yes, Your Honor, I need to give her that's for me. I need to give her her appointment information from.
Okay, so you don't need us, you just need Mr. Maddox. Okay, thank you. Otherwise, we'll be adjourned.